Ooh. Okay. Get some. Hey, hey, y'all. Sorry. Trying to. We're a little early. It's okay. About 7, 8 minutes early. Give Vivian an opportunity to set up. What's going on, y'all? Started a little early today. It's been a couple days. How y'all doing? Waiting on Vivian to come in. I can't see comments. I don't know why. Can y'all hear me? Good. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. My bad.
Awesome. No, you're good. You're good. You can go ahead and StreamYard is weird, but you can set up your stream from there. From here, I guess.
How do I have StreamYard, but how do I do it? Oh, stream this to your audience. Huh.
Yeah, straight to that.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm picking up some feed.
Hold on 1 second. I don't want to know.
Yeah, we just went here a little early.
What's the topic?
Candid conversations with Vivian. Vegas couple murdered by streamer over dumb YouTube beef. I know it's wrong, but you can just
right.
Vegas couple murdered by YouTube streamer. What's going on, Jeff? How y'all doing? You guys, please make sure you hit the like button coming in. Thank you all for joining. We're just starting a little early so that our special guest Vivian,
hey everybody,
always welcome in,
can late.
Stream to her.
I think I'm in this. I don't know. We'll see if I'm on.
It's okay. We started.
That's okay. Early. Yeah, that's fine. Hey everybody, how are y'all doing?
Hi Jeff, how you doing? Y'all good?
I'm gonna sit down and get comfortable because I know we're gonna be on here for a while.
Okay.
Give me a second. Let me set myself up for success.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm picking up some background feed.
I'm sorry, I don't have nothing in the background. You want me to turn my volume down?
Yeah. Keep your. Are you listening on the stream?
I can hear you. Is that better? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I'm just hearing myself in your stream, in your thing. Are you watching it?
No, I'm not watching it. Hold on. Okay. Let me make sure that all my other windows is closed.
All right, cool beans. Hi, Q. Yeah, what's up, Bill? Hi, Q.
I gotta turn my TV off. Let me see, because my TV got YouTube on it. I was watching another interview. Is it still got the heat?
No.
Okay, good.
Good. You're good. Awesome.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yep, I can hear you clear. Can you guys hear?
Can hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna I'm just gonna give it some time. I wanted to make sure I had all the videos set up.
Okay.
I did ask Hannibal if I could, if you could use his video. He said yes. So I
Okay. Hey, all in the queue. I can't see y'all, so only reason why I can see all
you
in the
can.
queue is it's up there. No, I'm talking about to the right. I just want everybody to know they saying
Oh,
hi. Hi,
okay.
everybody in the chat. I'm a little blind today.
It's all right. It's all
my
right.
my eyesight is horrible, and I'm on this laptop, and yeah, I've been having some technical difficulties today.
Okay.
But, but
Welcome all. Welcome all. You
yeah,
fitting? You how you doing? You feeling okay?
I'm feeling fine today.
Okay.
I overdid it yesterday, so I haven't really
Um.
got up yet. Went to Sam's, came back, and
Mhm.
yeah, I plan on spending the rest of the day in the house. I don't plan on leaving.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
what
How
you
are
gotta get
you?
some
How are
rest.
you? How are you doing today? I don't know
I'm
if you
busy.
asked
Look,
in
I
the chat.
was working because I still have to work, during the day. So I was working and I've been busy. I haven't even been able to like stream or do anything for the past 2 days.
Oh,
So
I haven't
it's just
either.
been hectic, and a
Yeah,
lot going on. But I'm good. I mean,
yeah.
I just wanted to finally we having this
Yeah,
conversation and we're
I'm
being
sorry,
able to do this.
everybody. The last
No, you
time
okay?
I charged it to so I lost my uncle, just so everybody know. And the day that we were planning on doing it, I didn't know that that was going to happen. So we had to reschedule and cancel it for today. And so just wanted to say I apologize. I wasn't leaving her hanging. So I do apologize to you because I know you put it out there that I was
No, you're
coming on.
good.
And then, so just wanted to let you guys know that
No, you're
charge
good.
it, charge it to loss of a family member. But
No,
we
you're
here
fine.
today.
You're fine. You're fine. I just want to give a shout out to all of the content creators in here.
Yes.
All in the queue. We got
Hey,
Vivian with us today. We have who else? That's it so far. It's all the ones I've seen. How you doing, Jeff? He said I'm having fun with the Navy today. All right now. Salute to you. Ted Power, how you doing? Hey,
hi
he's doing.
Ted.
How's it going? I see
Hi
some of
First
your
Lady Brown.
yeah. I see. How you doing, First Lady Brown?
It's
Carolyn, how
my
you
first
doing?
time
She
like
said her.
interacting with other people's members on their chat. So if you guys are
Oh
not my
yeah.
members, hello everybody. I know you guys might be a little bit new to me, but
I can
I'll
see.
grow on you.
No, you good. You can. I can see both your people who are coming through your stream and mine. So I'm
Oh,
putting up
okay.
everybody's comments and making
Okay.
sure
Oh, that's
everybody's
funny.
seen. And my Carolyn said my condolences. Hi, Candid.
Thank you.
Hi, Laura Logan. How you doing? Greetings to you all. How you doing? Hey, Cynical. How's it going?
Hey
Hi, Dale. How
everybody.
you doing? Everybody's coming in. Hey,
Hey.
LLC. Hey, Viv. How you doing? If I can get one of the mods to please drop the link to Vivian's YouTube channel, Your Favorite Survivor, as well as All in the Queue. I don't see any other content creators, but if you're in and you have a channel, I always encourage some camaraderie with the community and making sure that your
Thank you.
channel is shared and have, some support uh, to other great content creators. So
Yeah.
um,
I
please,
appreciate you
again,
guys.
no problem. Listen, I, I'm so happy like we're finally able to do this, and this is a well needed conversation.
Yes.
And unfortunately, just the incident itself that occurred on June 9th of this couple, losing their life over
Super sad.
over just a combination of just a series of unfortunate and ridiculous incidents over YouTube. I mean, that goes to show how dangerous it can get without any level of control.
Yeah.
So no one should have to lose their life, just putting out content. But I think, this conversation hopefully will be helpful and help, people understand what it's like to be a content creator and, how to be able to maneuver in this space.
Yeah.
And of course, what to do when you end up encountering yourself. Um, Unfortunately, because no one asked for
Right.
people to
In
be
really
dumb
difficult
like that.
situations.
Yeah,
That was
exactly. So it, these these two YouTubers um were kind of going back and forth with each other, and of course, they both had their spouses, they had families, and one YouTuber went to Vegas with his wife, and the other came out with his wife, but one shot and took out the other YouTuber, killed his wife as well. So two people lost their lives over this.
Yeah.
So it's so unfortunate. So hopefully tonight will be helpful and beneficial to those um, that can understand. Like with, I think that was an eye opener for me
Yeah.
to today say
Yeah.
I'm not, if I have to block and remove, I'm not going to be a part of it. If I'm to take this platform seriously
Yeah.
and to be held responsible for the voice and the impact that I have here and other content creators, we have a voice, we have impact. You
Yes.
know, even if it's 20 people are listening to you. You
Hmm.
set the tone and you set the pace. And we have to take that responsibility along with the power of the impact in our voice that this carries. And we have to be responsible. We can't be reckless with this.
Absolutely not.
So um yeah, today I said, you know what? If I have to block and move on, this channel is going to grow. We're in the YouTube.
Mhm.
I did what Christian say, come to the YouTube matches, girl. Get coming to the suburbs. Get out of the
Listen.
YouTube gutters. Get out the YouTube streets. Yeah. So that's just kind of been my moniker. And it's like, I keep pushing content forward. And I think Hannibal will speak on that in his video as well, where he had
Yeah.
to kind of address the YouTube beefs and stuff and just knowing when to pick your battle. So it's going to be a great
Yeah.
live, great conversation. Once again,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
And
It's an
I
honor.
hope everybody haven't watched this video. So she sent it to me recently, and
Hmm.
so a lot of people don't know I have challenges too as well, and without talking about things in depth, I understand how YouTube beefs can get out of hand.
Right.
So this is a very good example of how I need to slow down, how I need to just ignore people and continue to allow them to crash out and just let them be. So I'm glad
Absolutely.
that we're having this conversation.
Oh yeah, it definitely opened my eyes, earlier today. And one thing I can say is, in the LLC, I definitely appreciate my supporters that do, um, that they provide a voice of reason.
Hmm.
And you know, a couple have, said flat out, don't. And I mean, these are things we're taught. You don't always have to be
Right.
heard or have to respond. You got to pick your battles.
Yeah.
If if you understand the intent of why someone might be creating these YouTube beats, like these two, YouTubers here, the
Yeah.
one that lost his life, you understand how did it start? You might, it might help guide you through this stuff to where you look at it and you can't see, okay, what's this coming from? What's this about?
Right.
If I see this is mundane, then ignore it. If you have to take action, no
Yeah.
one has to know what type of action that is, but it doesn't always have to be a match of egos here, if that makes
Right.
sense. And the back and forth video content, I'm nope, that's it. That's I know. I'm glad. I don't ever want to get to the point in my life where I feel like I'm just surrounded by yes people. I
Right.
do have supporters that keep me grounded. They keep me humble, keep me focused, and it's a blessing, really. It's a blessing to have a platform where people do care and
Yeah.
they're willing to say,
You
"Don't do
want people to be able
that." Yeah,
to
yeah,
check you, right? If you're doing something
hmm,
that you're not supposed to do, hold you accountable. Be
right,
transparent, and you need people in your circle that can tell you, "Hey, Lady Luck, you did this. I don't
yep,
like the way you did that, and this is the reason why I don't like it." Now, I know next time you might do it on
hmm,
mistake, but you just understand that I don't like the way you did this, and it's up to you to correct yourself and change it, or for you to continuously do what I
absolutely,
asked you not to do. But either way, we can have that adult conversation, and we should be able to move on and move past it.
right,
But
absolutely,
you know,
absolutely. And then you can, I mean, sometimes you can see where it's going to go,
mm-hmm.
based on how it originated, what is the root of the problem, and where it's coming from.
Yeah,
It might just be one of those endless things that occur, and it's like I give it an example. When your children throw a tantrum, what's the first thing you do?
Choke them? No, I'm just playing. I
That,
don't choke my kids.
gotta,
I do
gotta
not.
stay
I don't think
modified,
about
right?
Simpson though.
No. But I, you know what I do? I sit in
I'm joking.
my room with a book. Put your phones down. Go to your room. Go read a
Oh
book
yeah,
while you throw your
absolutely.
tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're done, you come back down here and act like you have some sense, because this is not how the world works, and you will not be able to do this when you
Mm-hmm.
become an adult. We don't pacify
No.
our children when they're throwing a tantrum. We teach them
Yeah, absolutely.
why they
And
need
tone of
to.
voice. Tone of voice is all
Exactly.
that. I don't even have to hit my kids because when I yell,
Either.
even my 3-year-old granddaughter, when I'm serious, they know it.
Yeah.
They know not to play with me.
Exactly. And one thing you don't allow to happen is, I have my boys are, going on 17 and 13.
Mm-hmm.
Your tantrum is not going to overrun my household
No,
or the authority in my household.
no.
Just like I refuse as of today to allow anyone else's tantrum to overrun this platform. That's a part of that accountability and responsibility that we have.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna run this platform. Go to your room.
Right. Go to your platform. No.
Go to your room. All right, man. And we're gonna get started. Thank you all for tuning in. 51 people watching. I appreciate all of you. We're gonna be, taking our time. We're gonna talk through this. Thank you all. Shout out to my mods. What I do want to do is give some housekeeping before
Hey,
we start.
everybody.
Vivian is here,
Yay.
and we're excited. We have, this situation that's occurred with these, YouTubers, and how the stuff is getting out of control. Um, I ask that everybody be respectful in the chat. My mods are on it this evening. So, I typically, I'm a big believer in free speech and expression, but I ask that, we're not saying names, we're not name dropping. I don't want that in the chat tonight, because I
Me
want
neither.
this conversation to be taken
Seriously.
seriously, because two people lost their life
Yeah. That's no
because
joke.
of this type of, this YouTube stuff. And it is, you have a mom and dad and grandmother, grandfather that, have lost their lives. They were mothers, they were parents, they were grandparents, and they had
Over foolishness.
over foolishness. So no name dropping. My mom's aware. Comments will be removed. And if you have a channel, I want to make sure you get the recognition you deserve. Foxy Roxy, how you doing? Please make sure you drop your channel links. I need to, if I can see
Hey,
channel
Foxy.
links for Vivian, all in the queue. Foxy, let's see. K Mac, how you doing? Dear Will Christian, my brother in Christ,
Hey, dear
my
old
Morehouse
Christian.
brother. Yes, grace and peace in the YouTube suburbs. We're in the mansions, bro. We have the suburbs. We didn't even upgrade it higher to the deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up.
Absolutely.
Make sure you drop the link to your channel as well. If you guys have any questions or anything, I guess that um you guys want to bring up or questions on, make sure if I don't see them, please send me an email, LadyLuckClubLLC at yahoo.com. And like I said, we definitely going to have a candid conversation, but we want some results to come out of this tonight that hopefully and preferably will be beneficial to everyone. So thank you all so much for tuning in once again. Let's get
Thank
some more
you.
comments in. This is my mom. Hello, Lady Luck. Keep being great. That's my mom. Shout out to my
Hey,
mom.
moms. How you doing, moms?
All right, we got make sure links to channels are being dropped. And I guess if we get to a certain point, dear woke, if you want to come up, let me know. My mom's in here in full effect.
I've never talked to him personally, so it would be good to have your input.
He's
We've
amazing.
never had a conversation.
He keeps me in check. You trust me? Take that down. Don't take that down. He gets on me like a big brother, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Jesus. I
As you
appreciate that
should.
feedback.
As you should. That's how Martin G has been to me lately. He's been.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. You need that. We need that support.
We do. We do.
awesome.
because there is no beef.
Exactly.
I love all of the content creators, and I'm glad that we can all work together collaboratively and to create change. That's what it's about.
Exactly.
If you're not creating
That's
change,
it.
then you're creating chaos, and
Yes.
chaos is nothing but wrecking havoc, and we don't need that.
Yep. My grandmother taught me the Bible states that God is not the author of confusion and
No,
chaos.
he is not.
You know, he understands control and peace and order. And
Absolutely.
whatever you do, let it be done in decency and in order. So
In
that's
order.
what we're doing tonight.
Yep.
Excited. You excited? You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. I want to make sure I get some more comments in. Shall know when to cut folks out of the mix. Only know how we are internally impacted by the situation. Exactly.
Oh,
Block
God.
your shall be, honey. Blocking. That's one of the things that I just
Hey,
said today. That's what's gonna have to happen.
somebody crying. Is that my
Hey,
grandbaby? Hold on. Let me lock my
you-
door so she won't come in here. Hold on.
what's going on, Saint? How you doing? Thank you for being in. LLC, Miss Vivian, the club. Super duper producer, make me a mod. Come on, producer. Wait a minute. See that? You know how to act. Kyle, how are you? Hello and infinite love from Orlando. All right now. Thank you for tuning in. I saw that. It was very sad. Yeah. Hi, love helping out. Number one only. Thank you so much. You guys drop your channel links. Make sure your channel links in. Foxy, can you drop your link? Because I don't have it. Yes, Foxy, if you can drop links in for the content creators that are here tuning in. Will do. Thank you so much. See that camaraderie. We know how to do it. I'm on the road. Let's plan a talk. Give her my number. LLC. I will. I sure will. Hi, Miss Barbara Penn. How you doing?
Hey, everybody.
Together.
Oh, Lord.
Absolutely. All right. So, are you ready? Just let me know. I know
I'm
you
ready.
got
Yes.
your babies. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So we're gonna start.
No, she's not coming in here. She's just loud.
Okay.
So I'm gonna mute myself until she stops crying.
All right, that's no problem. So this is a video that we're going to be checking out from Hannibal is Hungry. I did get his permission to use it, and we're going to check this out, and we're going to just have some conversations through this. I did reach out to another content creator that had some more background information to provide context on this situation. This occurred on June 9th, and I don't know why this is cycling. Okay, so very sad indeed. But let's get started. You guys let me know if you can see and hear. I'll put a one in the chat. Thank you so much. Let's get to it.
I'm out here searching for my baby. I went through every casino there is. I heard there's one of my biggest fans here in town. I'm dying to see him. Dying to see him. You come to my city and think I'm not going to show up? You think I'm not going to show up? I should have been the first one to be told, right? Somebody should have sent me my invite, Mr. Marquez.
An online conflict turning into real-life consequences. A YouTube streamer accused of killing 2 people in front of the Bellagio, claiming it was self-defense.
So it's possible you may know about this story about 2 YouTubers' long-standing beef in a live stream that ended in real-life tragedy. People being killed. And I know you're probably thinking, come on, this is just internet drama. What is the problem? Why people are behaving this way? But that's the problem. What happens when this type of drama becomes deadly? This is a story of Finney the Legend and Sin City Mannywise and how a digital feud beef spiraled into murder on the Las Vegas Strip. And what makes it even more bizarre is the shooter, he's claiming self-defense, but we've all seen, at least most of us have seen the live stream video. It does not look like self-defense, but we're going to...
As I went through my timeline, I realized that, I was sexualized.
Hold on a second. It's giving me an ad. Sorry about that.
What really happened? How did we get here? And I want to share something personal, what it's like to be a creator in YouTube. I've been doing it for 5 years. And to be honest, I'm gonna tell you why I'm not shocked that this type of thing happened. Let's get into it. So
I'm gonna just pause right there for a second. You have any thoughts so far on what we just checked out? The gentleman in the car was the shooter. And his name is, his YouTube channel was Manny Wise, and the one we're seeing now on the screen is get it right, Finney Day. I put it in the description of the video, but we'll just call him Finney, and he was the one whose life was taken. So far, if you have any thoughts or just some observations you want to make, let me know.
My first question is, did they live in the same state? Were they, because they never met in person, right? How did we know how the beef started?
Well,
or what they were beefing over?
It sort of started, and I think Hannibal does touch on
I
it a
didn't
little
look
bit.
this up. I didn't look this up
Yeah,
yet.
no, it's okay. I've been looking at videos and trying to kind of do some research today. So it did start over, the young man you're seeing in front of you, Finney, was a reactor. He reacted to the gentleman here in the car, the shooter, reacted to his content. He goes out, he lives in Vegas, and he would go out to the Vegas area and just record and would dress up, wear makeup and costumes and just all kinds of things. It got to a point where people were kind of getting annoyed with it. So when you had this YouTuber come into the scene, he's like reacting.
So he was kind of like clowning them.
Yeah, he's reacted to his content and things of that nature. So he became like a voice that people in Vegas really needed to kind of put this guy in check. He had been known to assault an older gentleman during one of his live streams, push the guy to the ground.
We're talking about the shooter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And he has a history of being, violent and aggressive. So, you never know who it is, but sometimes people just aren't, and they say you have to have thick skin to do this. But sometimes people just aren't in the mental headspace or emotionally and psychologically stable enough to handle even criticism, let alone, feedback and commentary or anything, some level of reaction that
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because that is so on point. People cannot take criticism.
Yeah.
They do not know how. And I just spoke with a hiring manager about this at the Park District on Saturday. They had a job fair up there at the Dalton Park District. And one of the vendors was CTA. And he said a lady came in. First off, she wasn't dressed like she was supposed to. Her resume was horrible. And, just the way that she spoke with him back and forth, their dialogue was not on how it should have been if you're looking for a potential employer. Now, instead of him telling her, what he see and what she can change, and, for her to want to take the accountability and want to do better, instead, she cussed him out. Like he said, she went in on him, called him out his name, told him he's just trying to be something that he's not. And, she just degraded him because he just gave her constructive criticism on how, if you want to get a job, if you want to advance in life, in a career, this is what you have to do. Absolutely. But people don't like for you to tell them what to do when it's only going to help benefit them and help them grow. That's what I don't like.
Exactly. And I think it's imperative in knowing the difference between criticism and constructive criticism. And even so, even if you get a troll, you have to kind of know how to handle them. I typically clown them out and laugh. That's kind of, my MO. I've had people say, you laugh too much. I'm going to keep laughing because it's not hurting anyone. It's not hurting anyone either.
For life. Like,
I'm laughing and you don't like it.
You're not living, laughing, and loving. What are you doing? Like, for real.
The Bible says that the joy of the Lord is my strength. That helps me, even just to make light of the situation. You can't control the trolls, but that's my way of clapping back.
And that's why I smile. I just smile all the time. I think my smile, it irritates folks because they don't want me to be happy, but no matter what, I'm going to be happy. You cannot take my joy. You might make me frown when I'm just thinking about you, but then I'm just going to kick you out of my world, off my island. You don't even exist in my world anymore. So now I'm happy again. You see how that goes?
Exactly.
I am the queen of this castle. You are my kingdom.
Thank you. And if life went on, the earth revolved around the sun before I met you, and it will do it after I block you. Like
imagine
no, look, we're kept revolving around the sun. We're good. We're all fine because I laughed.
It's my world, and you have your own world. You stay on your island, and I'm going to stay over here on mine.
There you go. There you go. So
you get it. Okay.
Exactly. So that's so far, and I see a couple questions here. Michael asked, did this happen before? So it is my understanding from what I've seen so far that the two YouTubers did have an interaction once prior that led into kind of a little scuffle fight. I think the man who lost his life, his wife, that lost her life, she was pepper sprayed by the guy standing here in court. Yeah. So like I said, he has a history.
I saw that
being aggressive and being, abusive and assault. He pushed a man and caused injury, and that's battery. But I mean, he still did that intentionally. Yeah. During a live stream. So you're talking about two clear instances where he's gone live and he's caused someone to be injured or hurt before he took their life.
Yeah.
So that there seems to be a pattern of behavior, and I think that's one of the things that helps to understand when you should and should not respond. Is this a pattern of behavior with this person? Because if you know that this is how they act and conduct themselves, it's not even worth it. It's like, I'm just gonna go to your room. You're throwing a tantrum. No one cares. And that's it. So, and let's see. One of them took the majority of the others' IRL streaming followers. I think I heard that previously. I hope that answered your question, Michael. Thank you so much for tuning in. By the way, Michelle, after the initial dude, it helped him to learn.
So if somebody else take all of your followers, but you still have some left, isn't it wrong to garner more?
I mean,
I just want to know, how does that work? Because I don't see myself risking life because of some followers. Right.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Keep pushing your great content, and people will come. I mean, and then of course, I'm a big believer in camaraderie in YouTube community. If we're out helping to support each other, then some of your supporters and mine may end up being one and the same, but it's okay. And then don't let anyone put you in a box as a YouTuber, as a content creator, independent journalist, whatever you consider yourself to be.
Don't put baby in the corner.
Don't put baby in the corner. Don't limit yourself. There are so many other streamers and YouTubers out there. It's not even funny. And you'd be amazed at how they will help.
You know what? It's so many tons of videos on YouTube. Like it's so much content that you can never have too many voices, because nobody content is the same. Your eyesight and my eyesight, we would never look at things the same, because I have my own set of eyes and you have your own set of eyes. So nothing that we see, nothing that we talk about, nothing that we discuss is going to be mirrored 100% exactly the same. That's why you are a content creator and I am a content creator. My viewpoint and what I focus on might not be what you focus on.
Exactly. And I said the same thing on Sunday regarding Harvey. I said, I don't plan on, God doesn't let me to sit here and focus on anything related to the finances, the property, or the lots, and none of that. It's strictly the issue with Kobe Chapman and the rest, and that's it. That's all that I've been compelled to focus on, and that's my niche. I come things from a legal angle, reading lawsuits and court documents and those types of things, and it's something I enjoy. So 20 people can report on Harvey, and if you're creatively able to do it 20 different ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll help. It'll impact 20 different ways. Because 20 different sets of eyes is on Harvey. We have 20 actions that's being done, 20 different ways, 20 different views. Look how many content creators have different level of subscribers. So you have what, 20,000?
26.
26, right. So Hannibal has what, 80,000. So the more people that talk about things that are important in the community that we're all trying to report on, the more viral it'll go, number one. Because the more people that are talking about it, the more people that are listening, the more people that are going to be interacting with it and want to know more and more and more. Absolutely. But you have to be able to work together with each other. If you have a network of content creators that, hey, Lady Luck, I'm about to send you this. Hey, super producer, I'm about to send you this. Hey, we all need to post on this, and we all need to share my live stream so we can make sure that everybody see what's going on in her. Like, that's what we do. That's how you network throughout YouTube. through our content to
Right.
make sure that everybody is maximizing all the potential that we have to be able to continue to grow and to put out the story. That's what it is.
Absolutely. So we're gonna get back to it, and we'll pause and just kind of take some feedback in between. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you're hitting the like button on both Vivian and here in the LLC. Let's go.
Tragedy, people being killed. And I know you're probably thinking, come on, this is just internet drama. What is the problem? Why people are behaving this way? But that's the problem. What happens when this type of drama becomes deadly? This is a story of Finney the Legend and Sin City Mannywise, and how a digital feud beef spiraled into murder on the Las Vegas Strip. And what makes it even more bizarre is the shooter, he's claiming self-defense, but we've all seen, or at least most of us have seen, the live stream video. It does not look like self-defense, but we're going to talk about it. What really happened? How did we get here? And I want to share something personal, what it's like to be a creator in YouTube. I've been doing it for 5 years. And to be honest, I'm going to tell you why I'm not shocked that this type of thing happened. Let's get into it. So in one corner, you have Finney the Legend, a reaction style content creator who live streamed and clowned other Vegas streamers. In the other corner, you have Mannywise, aka Sin City Family, a popular streamer that did IRL streaming where you just go outside and just do real life stuff. But he thought he owned the Las Vegas Strip. And these two have been beefing for over a year, which started with words online turned personal when Manny allegedly pepper sprayed Finney's wife during a Fremont street encounter. Yes, so that's when things got real life. So this beef didn't start online. It started on the streets. According to reports, Finney and his wife, Bubbly, was casually filming on the Las Vegas Strip where they came across Mannywise performing in costume. He wears a lot of weird, clown, Pennywise type costumes. Finney the Legend's wife recorded part of the scene, and Manny allegedly didn't like that. He shoved her phone away mid-recording, which sparked a confrontation. It escalated quickly. Manny and his crew allegedly pepper sprayed Bubbly right there on Fremont. So after that, Finney and Bubbly went live to talk about what happened. This stream stuck a nerve with viewers, and the channel started to gain traction. Apparently, other folks had their own bad experiences with Mannywise, and now they had a place to speak out. Finney became kind of a rallying point, and the views and the drama snowballed from there. Finney launched weekly live streams, calling out Manny's behavior, mocking him, and airing out grievances. It was entertainment, but it got heated. Manny didn't sit back either. He clapped back with his own live.
So here's, and I just wanted to pause. So
I'm looking at that.
See,
yeah,
this is the incident of the first interaction had where the wife who was killed was pepper sprayed. So they've had interaction like this before, and it's I don't think Vegas is that small to where you can't go to Vegas and he can't go to Vegas and somehow you don't end up meeting at the same place at the same time. I'm sure they could have avoided each other, knowing that it was contentious like this.
Absolutely.
So, thank you, Laura, for tuning in. And I just want to make sure we all have the housekeeping rules. I don't want to.
This was their very first encounter, right?
Yes, it was.
Oh, and then that was when they first. So they went there just because they knew he was live.
Well, I think they were out there, just out on the Vegas Strip. I'm not sure if Finney is actually in Vegas. I know Mannywise is.
Okay.
I think he speaks on this. So
okay.
But you guys make sure, in the chats. I don't want to name drop any YouTubers, please. All right. Let's All right, let's go. Let's get to it.
More aggressive, more personal. He insulted Finney, mocked his size, attacked his masculinity, and at times hurled racial slurs.
I'm going to take it back just a little bit. Just a little bit, so y'all can see the beginning of this.
I didn't pay attention that she got hit with a stick.
Oh yeah, it was.
I watched it on my cell phone. I'm sorry. I told y'all I'm blind, so that part I didn't see. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it got pretty bad. Okay.
So that's when things got real life. So this beef didn't start online. It started on the streets. According to reports, Finney and his wife, Bubbly, was casually filming on the Las Vegas Strip where they came across Mannywise performing in costume. He wears a lot of weird, clown, Pennywise type costumes. Finney the Legend's wife recorded part of the scene, and Manny allegedly didn't like that. He shoved her phone away mid-recording, which sparked a confrontation. It escalated quickly. Manny and his crew allegedly pepper sprayed Bubbly right there on Fremont. So after that...
So it sounds as if they were out. The Manny guy was out there dressed in the costume and makeup, and Finney started recording him, and Manny didn't like it. And
that's what it looks like too. Yeah.
But you're on YouTube. You're out in the public.
You're out in public. I've been to Vegas way too many times to see all of the acts that's out there, to know that they should have the thickest skin out in history, because you see naked people out there. I took my daughter when my friend daughter turned 16. My daughter's like 14, and my niece went with me to Vegas. And not thinking about it because we stayed at Treasure Island, but you know, the strip is the strip. Walking around, you have the prostitution things out there. It's so much stuff going on Las Vegas Strip. And so many acts on Las Vegas Strip as to where if you're going to go out there, you got to be able to handle the scrutiny because do you think that's normal to everybody?
Exactly. And then Nate made a good point here. She said that Vegas is that small, actually. I've never been to Vegas. So one day I'm going to go.
Vegas is beautiful. I've been to Vegas. The Strip, well, see, it's small, but then the Strip is large, right? So, but they're on Fremont Street, I think. I believe that's Fremont.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So they're at Fremont Street. So Fremont is a little different than the actual Strip on Las Vegas.
Okay.
So Fremont is more so like an indoor kind of mall thing where I have like zip line. It's really big. It's really fun. But it's just like all kind of activities that go on. Like it's covered. But the streets, you can like cross the street and go to other sections of Fremont. But it's nice though. It's nice and fun in the inside of it.
Okay. So it looks like, and
there's a bunch of hotels like on each all of those corners. Like, so it's a bunch of hotels on that strip over there that like connects and like they have the little awning things or whatever. But it's fun over there.
Okay. And it's my understanding that Finney walked up to Manny. So I don't know if he was looking for him to record him or if he just went out there specifically to do whatever and it got ugly. But, you know, he started recording him and then it just kind of went from there and just spiraled. So
gotcha.
I just want to make sure. Shout out to some of the content creators that came in from Quality Reacts. If you have a YouTube channel, please, you know, put a 2 in the chat if you have a YouTube channel so we can recognize you and put your link in the chat if you don't mind. I think I saw Baby Love. Baby Love was on Quality live stream earlier with myself, and I know you have a YouTube channel, so if you don't mind,
everybody,
please make sure you put your link in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for my mods as well. You guys are awesome. All right, let's get back to it.
Finney and Bubbly went live to talk about what happened. This stream struck a nerve with viewers and the channel started to gain traction. Apparently other folks had their own bad experiences with Manny Wise and now they had a place to speak out. Finney became kind of a rallying point and the views and the drama snowballed from there. Finney launched weekly live streams calling out Manny's behavior, mocking him and airing out grievances. It was entertainment, but it got heated. Manny didn't set back either. He clapped back with his own lives, more aggressive, more personal. He insulted Finney, mocked his size, attacked his masculinity, and at times hurled racial slurs. Copyright strikes were filed, videos were taken down, fans started picking sides, reporting videos, and dropping receipts. Manny's camp tried to strike Finney's content. Finney's side pushed back. Both accused the other of harassment and copyright abuse, and it got nasty, fast. And throughout it all, Manny started filming himself driving around Vegas, clearly hunting. In one video, he says he's dying to see someone. He never said Finney's name, but everyone knew. So this wasn't just a beef, this was a war.
Jerome, I'm out here searching for my baby. But I went through every fucking casino there is. I heard there's one of my biggest fans here in fucking town. I was dying to see him. Fucking dying to see him. What are we doing, field bar tonight?
So this is the night that he took his life, I think. Because I don't.
Yeah, I think so too. Because he had on the same shirt, I believe, when he walked up to him. Yeah,
absolutely. This is shout out to Million with Opinion. Thank you for tuning in. We're talking about the couple that were murdered in Vegas, 2 YouTubers, you know, having some squabble and end up leading to 2 people losing their lives. A YouTuber by the name of Finney I keep forgetting his name. Finney and his wife were gunned down in front of the Bellagio Hotel in Vegas. Sad situation all around.
Bellagio is beautiful too. Let me just tell you something. I never stayed there, but I've been inside of there, and it's nice.
It seems like. So if you guys can make sure you drop me with Opinions channel in. Anyone else, put a 2 in the chat so we can recognize you and drop your link to your YouTube channels. Thank you so much for tuning in as well. Let's get back to it.
Is that what we're doing? I'll fucking be there. I'll fucking be there. You better fucking believe it. You come to my city and think I'm not going to show up? You fucking think I'm not going to show up? I should have been the first one to be told. right? Somebody should have sent me my invite, Mr. Marcus.
This is insanity.
This is premeditated. I'm sorry.
Yep, it is.
It's premeditated.
This is not a scam.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Ads. Let me go back up to it.
There
He
you
uses
go.
a lot of profanity, so I was hoping it wasn't this bad, but God. All right.
Be there. I'll fucking be there. I'm fucking dying to see him. What are we doing? Field bar tonight? Is that what we're doing? I'll fucking be there. I'll fucking be there. You better fucking believe it. You come to my city and think I'm not gonna show up? You fucking think I'm not gonna show up? I should have been the first one to be told. Right? Somebody should have sent me my invite. Mr. Marcus.
Fast forward to basically a couple days ago, Finney and his wife visited Vegas. Manny sees them streaming. He drives. He finds them there. Then he pulls out a gun. 2 people dead and hundreds of people witnessed it. Manny ran, dished a gun, and turned himself in the next day. The man claimed self-defense, but the video evidence say otherwise. I'm gonna tell you right now, the self-defense is not gonna work because the footage shows that Manny was aggressive. He hunted Finney down, drove around looking for him, and approached him first. The live stream caught Manny walking up, drawing his gun and firing. There's no sign Finney had a weapon, no sign he made a threatening move. I mean, unfortunately, we don't see that camera angle. That just
and the fact that he's trying to say self-defense, and it's
on your
like,
live.
Are you kidding? Like he and his wife was live streaming as well. So they caught it. The live stream that we're watching is from the 2 people that lost their lives.
Seriously?
The wife grabbed her phone. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They were live streaming
because I didn't know that was the. But I thought that that's why it ended like that. That's why I was only like one.
She was holding. Yeah, she was holding her phone, and then he shot.
Okay.
Her. And that's when.
So that was the.
Yeah, that was the wife that's deceased. Live stream, and his wife.
I was confused because I was like, I thought they said the wife was part of it too, and I thought she was the wife. No, I see it now. Okay, I didn't go there.
There's a different live stream from the wife's angle. I think her live stream, I don't know if it was taken down, but she was live. His wife, the one that's the suspect, his wife was streaming as well. And it's like, well, you're live streaming. Now we have 2 different angles of this from 2 different perspectives. And you're talking about self-defense. This is ridiculous.
So his wife is saying self-defense as well? How?
Well, he's claiming self-defense. He's claiming it. He was defending him. It's not self-defense. It's like you just pulled out you're
defending your emotions. What are you self-defending? Because he hurt your feelings? What defense do you have?
Yep. Feelings.
You hurt my feelings. So I am going to take a gun and unalive you.
Yep. Emotions, ego, feelings, and a whole lot of nonsense in between that. And it's just, how was it worthy of you going out, finding them, and
I'm not laughing. I'm irritated because that is so
insane.
It's beyond insane because this is just content. When you do stuff out in the public, you have to understand when it's stuff that people might think is a little weird or might think is a little off. You have to be okay with the scrutiny if you yourself are going out there and stationed for hours. It's not like you just out in the public just for one day. You do this often. Like, how was that?
And he kind of was I guess he felt that he was kind of like the main guy out here, in Vegas recording and doing what he was doing, and felt challenged.
He said my city. Like, who told you that you own Vegas?
Yeah, that was what a lot of his, followers, when they saw that, they, of course, a couple of them were helping the police to, well, here's who he is. That's his name. Go get him, and, they kind of spoke to him having this arrogance that he felt that he could only be the only one streaming in Vegas in that area. So if it was kind of like, oh, you're in my territory type of thing. What are we doing? What do you mean he's in your territory? You don't own any of this. I highly doubt you want to pay taxes to be here.
No, and your territory, but your territory is what you're doing your acts out of, that you don't even have the thick skin to actually complete and take the criticism. Like, what?
Right. It's not self-defense because no one was putting him in any imminent bodily harm or injury.
Did the guy let's finish watching because I gotta understand. I'm sorry.
All right, let's get to it. Thank you all for tuning in. We, try to just the cursing. I had to kind of break it up a little bit too because I don't want my video to get blocked.
Listen, break it up. I don't care about you breaking up the cussing part. I just want to understand this.
Oh yeah, no, it's no problem. I have another one I'm gonna show after this. So.
I know.
His wife who was holding the camera. Self-defense only works if you can prove that you were in imminent danger and had no reasonable way to escape. But Manny had options. He could have walked away. Instead, he chose confrontation. Worse, he was caught on video earlier that night saying that he was dying to see Finney, that he would walk down on him, which sounds like a lot of premeditation. Even before that, Manny shot a video in his car talking about he was driving around looking for someone. Again, he didn't say Finney's name explicitly, but based on the timing, the tone, and what followed, the circumstantial evidence, it's clear who he meant. The video paints a picture of a man actively hunting, not defending. So now he's in jail facing 2 murder charges. And obviously the channel has been deleted. And Finney Legend, his video is still there. It's at this point a digital tombstone, a warning. I mean, unfortunately, Finney was a streamer. And like most creators, he was public with a lot of his information, where he streamed from, what city he was in, and even his schedule. That kind of visibility made it easier for someone like Manny, and crazy enough like Manny, to track him down in real life. Being accessible online shouldn't be a death sentence, but in this case it was. I know a lot of people watch this and saying, why would a YouTube beef turn deadly? But I've been on YouTube for 5 years and I'm not shocked. Creators are sensitive and a little bit off sometimes. We put our heart into this. And when someone disrespects what you do, mocks you, clowns your family, drops aggressive comments when you post a video, it stings. And then you multiply that by the internet's constant attention. You're constantly checking your phone. You're constantly worrying about what people are saying about you. It can get toxic really quickly. And this isn't grade school where beef ends after recess. You go home, you're not thinking about it. I mean, I guess that's maybe back in the 90s where we didn't have cell phones, you had the internet. You kind of escape for a few hours if you had a bad day at school. But this is YouTube, where thousands of strangers are watching, reacting, cheering you on, or clowning you in the comments every single day. You wake up to it. You go to sleep with it in your mind. The algorithm doesn't allow you to forget. It keeps feeding the conflict, keeps suggesting videos, keeps spotlighting the drama. I mean, that's just how the internet works. That's how these apps work.
Can you say preach Hannibal?
Listen.
In the chat. Preach Hannibal.
Listen, Hannibal is the truth. Let me tell you something. Hannibal does his research, and I love the way that he breaks down his videos because he gives you the complete narrative of what the story is about. So yeah, shout out to Hannibal. I don't have that type of brain energy right now to do that. I love his content that he creates because he creates content that we can actually use and stories that we might not know about. I would have probably not saw this if you wouldn't have sent it to me today. You understand? So it's like stuff like that. This is how things get out into the public. This is how things get seen. This is how things get exposed. You understand what I'm saying? So this, like for you showing me, I would have never saw this. So I'm glad that we're talking on this because it's important for us to engage in topics like this because it's important.
Yeah. And I want to make sure I clarify this. When I say name dropping here in the chat, guys, it's not that you can't mention the other YouTubers because clearly I am. I don't. If there's any issues with YouTubers, those are the names I don't want dropped.
Yeah, we're not talking about drama.
We're not talking about any specific drama situations. But it's okay if you mention other YouTubers that are here, content creators that are here.
Cooking with Frank too. He's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to make sure we give attention to and support to the content creators, but not to name drop any specific issues with any other, content creator. That's all. Just from a drama stance, okay? Just want to make that clear. It's all right. Baby Love, thank you so much. Hopefully, did someone drop the Baby Love's YouTube channel?
Hey, Baby Love.
Yeah, Baby Love 702. Thank you so much for tuning in. My apologies. I had to explain the rules of the chat. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back to it.
That pressure could be very overwhelming. It could be wild. The validation, the hate, the parasocial energy, it builds up. You might think you're just making another reaction video or live stream, but the moment it turns into a back and forth, it becomes a performance. And some creators don't even know how to turn that character off, especially when fans, subscribers are encouraging the feud, sending money, pushing you to keep escalating. That constant feedback loop can warp your thinking, especially if something is wrong with you and you have some mental health issues. You start believing that the person you've been beefing with is your real life enemy. You start taking it personal. You start obsessing about it. And if you're not already dealing with mental health challenges or just lacking emotional support, this stuff can push you over the edge. I've seen this kind of behavior. Before I started really taking this channel seriously, I would go back and forth with some YouTubers. But then I realized I can't do that if I'm going to take this YouTube thing seriously and provide a real business. There's YouTube beefs happening right now that I know of. People bringing up lawsuits, emailing the other person's family members, just crazy stuff. And they don't seem to want to stop. Both sides will continue to make videos about each other. Why? Because people in the comments are saying, keep going. You're right. They're wrong. And it just keeps happening and happening. I mean, I've seen YouTube beefs last years. And unfortunately, because the crowd doesn't know when to stop cheering until someone actually gets hurt, it just feels like a WWE promo. You clap back, you make videos, they do the same thing. It may be fun, but then until it's not fun, it's not interesting. Like, why am I continuing to go back and forth with this person? This is just stupid. And then some people obviously going to take it personally. Some people are going to choose sides. And then this content just turns into an obsession. And the interesting thing about this obsession is that you can actually get paid.
Ooh, listen, I have to pause it right there because you said something that I said the other day. No one should be forced to choose sides. There is no sides here, especially when we're all adults, right? And I see it from a stance of, okay, do you pay my bills? Do you have to help me take care of my children? If the answer is no to both of those questions, then I'm not picking a side. And
I haven't even seen your kids. I'm definitely not going to help you take care of them. I have my own. Sorry. I'm not going to pay your bills. I'm disabled. I'm on disability. No, thank you.
Here's a totem pole of importance in my life. I'm gonna bring it down here when you're not doing either of those two things. So that is what has to be kept at the forefront when you want to be. I've been at this for 4 years. I have 2 YouTube channels, and you don't get to this point, just like Hannibal is saying, you don't get to this point and get this far by sitting and entertaining foolishness. You can't do it. It becomes draining. It becomes time consuming. I could literally be talking about anything else that is informative and fun and relaxing as opposed to responding.
Let me tell you something. Nonsense. You're telling all of the truth because clearly up until you sent me this video earlier today, I was irritated because I was getting calls. And so I was making posts. And it's draining because I didn't get anything that I need done for Vivian today because I was upset with something that people keep calling me on. But after watching this video, I'm in my emotional state. I have a right to be emotional, but you know what? Some things, like you said, doesn't have to be said. And sometimes when I don't have to address everything in the room just because it's in the room. So after seeing this has taught me a huge lesson, a valuable lesson today. It's like, sometimes it's okay to just shut up. Sometimes it's okay to just not engage. Sometimes it's okay to just continue doing you and just let them see what you're doing. And either you're going to fail or you're going to make achievements and you're going to go beyond and above what you want. But all you doing is what you want to do, doing you. And so that's just what I'm striving to do, is just to continuously do me. And to anybody else that have any issues with me, I'm sorry. I apologize. It's over and done with. I love you. You love me. It's done. You just don't exist in my world.
Exactly. Jesus loves the trolls as well. Laura, we're saying the names of the victims. I was asking early in the house rules. I don't want other YouTubers that might have any issues or drama or anything going on dropped in the chat, just to keep out the nonsense and keep the focus on the video. So I know there's a lot of strife and tension going on with content creators that we're all aware of, but I don't want those content creators' names dropped in the chat.
Leave the elephant out of the room.
I want to leave the elephant out the room. There you go. And I sent your email to Laura. Laura's my ace boom coon here. She's my
Laura.
administrator.
Thank you, Laura.
In StreamYard. So thank you so much, Laura. I wanted to make sure I clarified that we are saying the name of the victims.
Yes.
All right. We're just focused.
Yes. Rest in heaven to both victims too. That is a tragedy.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope that makes sense. Okay.
I feel like Hannibal is on this live with us.
Yes. As soon as he did the video, I said, "Oh my God, can I please use the video?" I put in the chat. He said, "Yes, go ahead." He's reading our minds. Look at this. Can I please use this video for my show tonight? I will be discussing this type of video. He's like, "Yes, Sure. I mean, mind reading on steroids. I was like, yes, Hannibal, yes.
Yeah, no, this is like the perfect conversation to have because it needs to be had.
Right.
And
Exactly.
this is my first time seeing two content creators go to this extreme.
Yes, me too.
So
this is scary.
It's definitely something that we need to talk about because people can be unhinged.
Exactly.
And you don't know what you're dealing with.
Thank you. And some people will go through the lens to try to
and I don't went through too much to lose my life over a drawn out beef that I ain't even part of.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
It's the fact
apologize.
that
it's
if
over.
you feel fearful of, as a content creator, you feel fearful that you can't say or do certain things because you think someone is going to come after you. Now that person is, essentially, infringing upon your freedom of speech and expression, freedom of the press. It's not something that anyone is going to dictate or control here. And I've been reiterating that for days now. Report on what you want to report on. No one should make you feel as if you can't talk about a specific topic. I mean, and you can talk about a topic and not name any YouTuber at all.
Listen,
focus on what is important.
Or you can just have topics where it doesn't even involve people. Like you're just reporting the news
information.
And yes, you're just doing what you're supposed to do. You might have a event that you're covering and it's just you're focusing on that. Everybody have different type of content. Like I go out in the neighborhood and I create content. I don't know that a lot of other people do how I do mine, but I used to do a lot of videos. Now I stopped doing the videos lately, but it's just like I create the content how I feel like it should be until I get myself back on track where I can create it and get on my regular schedule.
Absolutely.
So
and
like
some of us can't do that. I can't do that style of reporting where I can go out and just film on set. I have a job, I have a home, I have bills, I have responsibilities. It's called a life. Have a life. I got a life.
And because of my content, you're able to see what's going on in this area.
Right.
And that is a partnership because we are helping each other because you're going to go and look up the legals. I'm not doing all of that. Right? I'm not putting nobody else's court cases in my brain. I have my own court cases that I just got out of my brain. I don't want to be I don't want to do that.
That type of information is I try to, and my godmother always taught me, she who knows the law has the power. You learn the law and you learn what your rights are and you learn what can and cannot be done legally. You have some leverage, and it's because you know what to do and not to do and how to move in this space. And that's why no one's going to dictate my freedom of press and what I publish and report on in my channel. No one is going to do that because you don't pay my bills. So I mean, in this situation here, it was so much that went on back and forth between the two, between copyright strikes, between, even got to a point where the YouTube that lost his life was talking about.
So let me go back to the copyright strike issue. So I haven't had any copyright strikes ever, right? I have not had anybody that I know of report my videos. Now, when you do get a copyright strike and like somebody's reporting your video saying that you took their content and they didn't give you permission to use their content. How does that work when they do give you copyright strikes? Like,
well, I mean, you can dispute it or appeal it, or within 90 days, it typically falls off. So it depends on
because that goes against your monetization after some point, right?
It does. You get 3 copyright strikes, and then they take down your entire channel.
Oh,
and that's
see, I didn't know that. You just taught me
down your whole channel, and that's
okay.
Oh man, and I think I got 2 previously, and it was when I was doing music reactions, and YouTube just started cracking down on music. Now everything's copyrighted, so that's one of the reasons why I had to stop doing music reaction videos.
Gotcha.
Because I can't play all that music, and it's not even a matter of you can put a blur the screen, or you can do this, or buffer. You all the filters in the world will not stop that copyright stuff because the producer.
So when you play music on YouTube, do you get 7 seconds?
I don't even count. I just don't even play it. I'm gonna be honest. I've never learned what the minimum time is to make sure you're safe. I just don't play it, and then
I don't either.
YouTube
anymore.
has a music library, and even with
their music library, you get strikes.
You could get it, but you have to, when you dispute it, you just put in whatever they have for you to put in the description of your video to say, well, based on the instructions, it says to just paste this in the description, and then I would have permission. And then, because that happened to me a couple weeks ago, and then they said, oh, okay, well, we released your video and monetize it because this is their music. They're saying use this music in this library, and just put this in the description, and you're good. But they flagged it, and it was like, what are you all doing? This came from your library. I'm not gonna play your music at all. I'm gonna do this. So I don't have time to do a lot of editing and things of that nature because I do have a regular job during the day, and I do have kids and stuff. So I don't have time to do all those things. So I would rather just not even play it if I get permission from other content creators on certain videos, or I'm even just clipping something. I'll get permission, put it in there, and good to go. But I don't even go through to see who's clipping my content and using it. I'm not going to waste time doing that.
You can do that. I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, in your YouTube studio. Yeah, you can go in your YouTube studio and you can go to see who's clipping your videos and stuff.
Sound bites. Okay.
Yeah, and to me personally, the things that I report on is available to the public anyway.
Me too. I wouldn't even
care.
I
wouldn't even, I don't, I don't care. I mean, it's just like, that's not something I'm going to go back and forth. That's an endless war. When you start striking videos and channels, it never, ever ends. It goes on forever. And like he just said, it's not just the content creators involved. It's your supporters as well. Because you might have 5,000 diehard supporters. They're going to follow you to the ends of the earth, but they're also going to carry on this message to the ends of the earth. And you have to reel them all back in to say, listen, y'all stop going on other people's channels and doing all this other stuff, messing with their channels and algorithms. Don't do that. Go out and support and watch who you want to watch. Yeah. It's okay. You have the freedom and the right to do it.
There's so many options out here as to watch content. I don't even understand how people
I don't limit any. I can't control. You can't control people. So, all right, let's get back to it.
Right? If you do well, you get enough super chats, you get enough money, it may incentivize you to continue this toxic situation. I just realized it wasn't fun anymore. And I realized that really the most successful people on YouTube do not obsess over people who do not like them. They just keep making their stuff and they go about their day. And the worst thing about all this is you don't know who you're really beefing with. Some of these people have real serious mental health issues. I'm not diagnosing, I'm not a doctor, but I've seen this behavior that makes me go, you know what? I'm not really going to be going back in that sandbox. You are on your own now. Being in New York City, you see mentally ill people all the time, unfortunately. People screaming in the subway, arguing with themselves. You see them down the street. They're all over the place. And you don't jump in trying to argue logic with someone that's going through some kind of episode. You just keep it moving. So I kind of do the same thing with YouTube at this point. When I think someone is behaving in a way that I find to be a bit off, I just don't respond. The best thing you can do to a toxic creator is starve them of attention. Obviously, even toxic people who are in the comment section, just ignore it, because attention is currency. It's fuel. And some people will burn everything around them just to get more of it. And let's be clear, there's no excuse to stalk someone because they criticize your content or make fun of you or beat you in a copyright dispute or even called you out in a reaction video. That doesn't give you the license to hunt someone down, threaten their life, or take things off screen. You can't normalize that kind of behavior because it started online. That's not self-defense. That's ego mixed with obsession, mixed with mental illness, and that's extremely dangerous. And I hope Manny stays in jail for the rest of his life, or better yet, get the death penalty. So I don't know. YouTube can be a beautiful place. It can be a creative outlet. It can be a business. It can really change your entire life. It could be a full-blown career, but it also can be a jungle. And that line between content and chaos is thinner than you think. Rest in peace to Finney and his wife, two people who didn't deserve what happened to them. And let this be a wake-up call to all of us who create, watch, and comment. This internet stuff is not always just content. Sometimes it could be a loaded gun waiting to go off. But let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Well,
in other news, a 2000
he told the truth in that.
He told all truth. He told all facts.
He goes in on I'm sorry. Let me go back. All right, there you go. He told the truth. He told the truth. Can you hear me? Okay, cool.
Yes.
My bad. And one thing that
on the screen.
One thing I appreciate. No, you're all right. You're okay. Yes, I did. I came in hot. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate you. One thing that he mentioned is, depending on the person's state of mind and who they are and what you're dealing with, don't even respond if you're taking this seriously and you want this to grow.
Tell Hannibal, I promise you, I am taking all of your advice that
Okay.
you just, all of those spoken gems that you just gave us.
Okay.
I am 100% holding myself
Absolutely.
accountable to the word that you just presented today. And I promise you,
Right.
from today going forward, I will not give nobody else that has any issues with me on YouTube a response. My
Exactly.
content matters and my subscribers matter. So to everybody, y'all here today, I'm done.
Yep.
Done. I'm done.
There you go. There you
I'm
go.
just gonna keep on
I'm
just doing me.
Yes,
I'm
honey.
just gonna keep on just letting them see.
Focused. Stay focused.
I'm gonna stay
Remember why you
focused.
started in the
Absolutely.
beginning. And to all content creators, remember why you started the channel. What was the goal and the intent when you started? Hold on to that. Keep that in your mind and let that keep you grounded and rooted. Like I said, I don't have yes men around me on, that as the supporters here in the LLC. They will reel me in. Lady Luck Club, here's what the Bible says now. And I have to, you're right. Amen to the scriptures. And then I have to make sure, the responsibility and the influence I have here, I'm not just abusing it. I'm not sending the wolves out to the sheep. I don't, that's so unnecessary.
It is. It is so because you know what? I woke up. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna cut you off for 1 second because I want to say this.
Okay, go ahead.
Since yesterday, because my nephew was here from Indianapolis, so to a lot of people that don't know, I've been having challenges unpacking. So he's gonna help me do a lot of stuff. So yesterday we started cleaning and unpacking. So I'm listening to the NWA radio all day. And I've been getting calls and just, you know how people just in your ear and you listen to gangster rap and then now you mad, you angry. I ain't gonna say the gangster rap had me on 10, but it had me on 10. So that's the reason why when I woke up this morning, I didn't sleep well last night, I had headaches too. You don't know what's going on in people's mentals and what's going on in people's lives. And then for you to just keep saying stuff and saying untruths and spreading false narratives, sometimes you get somebody that has been through trauma and they will finally react. But I'm taking a step back, and even though I know that a lot of things that are being presented about me are false, and but I don't have to prove myself to anybody. I learned that today. I don't, and thank you about the background, but I don't have to prove myself to anybody, because either you're going to subscribe or you're going to unsubscribe. You're going to watch my content or you're not. I have my own voice. If you don't like my voice, if you don't like my smile, you don't like my laugh, it's okay.
It is what it is. Exactly. You imagine you getting comments saying you laugh too much.
I'm in my own little bubble.
You laugh too much. Well, I'm gonna keep laughing.
Bracelet world. That's my world right now.
Exactly.
You ain't part of my bracelet. I don't know what you is. That's my circle. And that's my own circle. So
exactly. And that's that's kind of you have to have that mindset, and you have to keep that at the forefront. What do we like? Trolls are trolls, right? I have a good time trolling the trolls. I clown them out when they come over here, because that's the only way to really handle them. Otherwise, you don't respond to the YouTube gutters.
I've been trolled once. It was hard. I blocked my trolls. That was a hard time.
You know what? And it keeps me clowning them just keeps me on my toes. It's just because I know I'm gonna just laugh and sleep peacefully at the end of the day when I get trolls coming here saying weird things. But I believe it or not, they think twice before they come back and get out of line, because they know.
But I don't give them a chance to think. I just block them. That's one thing. I'm not going to go back and forth with a whole community. I am not that person, because I go low too. And then I don't even know nothing about you, so I can't even go low with facts. See, I tell the truth when I go low. When you want to talk about something, let's talk about the facts. If it's not about the facts and it's just something for you, what you perceive, that don't register in my brain. Because I don't care about your opinions and what you think. Now, if you say that, hey, I feel like you this, you that, and you telling the truth, then that's something different. Let's discuss it. I'm gonna tell you what's the truth and what's a lie. But other than that, I'm not going back and forth with a whole bunch of trolls.
I don't even respond.
No.
You know what? I watched a video today. I want to say this. I watched a video today. Just by chance, it came up. It's called Lauren London Untouched, and I said, wow, this she has so much class in the way she carries herself and the way she moves. especially when it comes to social media. I honestly did not know her and Lil Wayne had a child. That's how little
nobody knew until
that's how,
they knew.
That's how she moves.
Yes.
She's what I saw in this video.
Even
I watched
with
today,
her and Diddy relationship or lack of relationship, whatever they
he
had,
does not play
nobody
that.
wouldn't have known that without these trials.
These Nipsey Hussle was a master class in being able to handle, and both of them just ignore. They don't have to respond on social media now.
Yeah.
She's at a point where others respond for her because of her actions and because of how she sets the tone.
Yeah.
She doesn't go out and say all this nonsense and crash out all over you. She doesn't do it. It's so much.
You've never really heard anything from Lauren. I've never seen her beef with a soul.
Yes,
I've never seen Lauren learn to have a beef with anybody, and she's such a beautiful individual. And I've always been
you
like,
you won't hear her having beef.
Like Lauren London is like in my top 3 of actresses of all time. Like I love her. So like I've never seen messiness come from Lauren. And I've never and I love that, like you said, I love that about her because she do have class, she have poise. And even though she's been through some things, you still don't see her crashing out.
You don't. And I love and this Carolyn said it makes you. I get teased about my walker cane and I let it go. we all have to encounter those teasers.
Everybody call it a stroller. Why you got a stroller? What?
It's my baby. You know, strollers can also carry a lot of money, so watch out.
Listen, why do you want me to fall? You're not disabled. Yes.
Well, I wouldn't even. I would flip it and laugh at them with it, and just just turn it around in your favor, or just ignore it. Like that's one of the things I saw in the video today, and I thought about like my favorite actress is Angela Bassett. She's another one.
Too.
You will not hear her associated or affiliated with any scandals or.
She's
so classy in the way they carry themselves, and they take it seriously, just like Hannibal said.
You know,
if I'm to take this seriously, I'm not going to do it.
That I was raised by a female figure, and I'm not going to say that my family didn't have class, but my stepmother was from the west side of Chicago, so I'm just going to leave it there. But I'm not saying that people from the west side don't have class. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you understand what I'm saying. But
I get you.
My family lineage has always been like the product that I am today. I'll put it that way. You understand what I'm saying? Which is not a bad thing in no shape or form. But I've never been like to etiquette classes. I've never been the kind of person that have the best table manners. And you know how because I went to a cotillion with Nikita's daughter.
Okay.
So to go to something like that, to be able to experience it, to be able to see like, man, I didn't teach my child this. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like things that you see that you didn't get when you were growing up, and you just wish that if you had that little extra thing, where would your life be right here today? Right. If I would have had that extra push, like where would I be? Not that I'm not complaining about my life. I love where I am today. There's no complaints. But it's just that if I would have had a little bit more etiquette and poise, I probably would be a little bit more patient.
Well, it's never too late to develop that. You know, it's never too late to take a page for you.
I like me.
Yeah, and
I ain't going back to work.
Me, I feel like if I can't learn what to do, I might be able to pick up a lesson and learn what not to do.
Now,
so
I'm not
in every situation you learn,
and evolving.
But you got to, for the better. For the better.
Every day. Let me not say I like me. I like me. I love me. But
for the better.
You can always change something about you to make things better between you or some people that's in your circle or family members or whatever. So, I'm not going to say I don't change, but it's just like some of the ways that people grew up, the high class, tea parties, all stuff like I would have wanted to experience stuff like that. You see what I'm saying?
And I do. And I think, the experiences that we have, like today, I didn't know much about Lauren London, and just the fact that she taught me something and just reminded me of what I had been taught by my grandmother. My grandmother raised me, and then I had my mother, who was in the chat earlier, and my godmother. My godmother is a masterclass. She's a federal judge, and she carries herself with so much poise and dignity. and integrity, and it's just awe-inspiring. And she told me a long time ago, you don't have to be heard. Just the best route to go is be seen. Let people see what you're doing. Let people see your actions. Let them see you carry yourself in, in a classy way. Don't stray too far from that, because at the end of the day, the worst they could say about you is you carry yourself a certain way, and it ends up being true. What are you offended by?
Right.
So if
You're
you carry
your own
yourself classy,
actions.
you classy, you carry yourself in a classy manner. Well, she thinks she's all that. Okay.
I do.
Great.
Aren't
That's
I
it.
supposed to?
That's the worst you can say. Exactly. So at the end of the day, it's my even with my godmother and watching her. And I featured her in Black History because she was the first youngest African American female to become a U.S. magistrate federal judge.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was a bless. I was there at the swearing ceremony here in Georgia.
Okay. That's big ups.
Yeah, exactly. And I was there at the ceremony, and I've seen her. She's been a judge for over 25 years, and just to see her still carry herself with so much grace and dignity and integrity and classy, and she's constantly teaching me and showing me by the way she lives and the way she moves. She can capture the attention of a room and not say one word. That's the impact that, even with Lauren London, with Angela Bassett, with another favorite actress of mine, Mariska Hargitay, you don't hear these people all over the social media. You don't know what's going on with them until they come out in a movie. But the way they move and carry themselves, masterclass at it.
Yes.
And that's how I had to say today. That's exactly where I'm taking Lady Luck Club. The direction that we're going here, and the content and the information, it has to be masterclass. I'm not going to do all. If you're not worthy of response, you're just not.
Hello.
That's it. It's where I am. This is where you all are down here in the gutter. Like you gotta leave.
Not only that, but you know what? I found out today, when I give people my energy, I take away from my purpose.
Yep, exactly.
Because I ain't did nothing today, because I was giving my energy and attention to other people, because I was fed up.
Yeah.
But it's true. You just focus on myself.
Yeah.
Always, and just keep. I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing, because I know that I have helped people out here.
Yeah.
Through my voice, I know that a lot of people have been able to make change in their own local governments, and just through me streaming what's been going on in Dalton has helped open up a lot of things throughout people all over the world. So it's not like I gave up. It's not like I haven't been fighting this fight for the whole time. It's not like I switched up. It's not like I switched teams. I've been fighting like I'm supposed to fight, and now I'm helping Harvey fight, and that's my new mission. It's like God kept me here for a reason, and I'm sorry that people don't like that I have a voice and that people want to hear what I have to say, and just unsubscribe. That's okay. Because
and I even say this: when people try to aim for you and they're throwing your name out there, doing all this stuff, what they're not realizing that they're doing is they're sending their supporters to your platform.
So let me say this. So food pantry person, right? So remember, so I started my YouTube in December, right? The past December 2024, I want to say, whatever. Anyway, so when I started my YouTube platform, it was kind of new. So when the food pantry person made that video that talked about my illness, that video that he posted my link and the screenshot of my YouTube page with that video that was attached. And because he did that, I had probably like hundreds of subscribers. I'm at over 3,600 now. But he got me almost 2,000 subscribers just from
thank you for the advertisement.
I swear to God, you can ask my family members. I'm like, why did I get all of these views. I had no idea.
Look at God. Won't he do it?
Shouted it to me and sent it to me like a week later. And that's how I figured out like what had transpired, because I'm like, where did all these?
But here's the thing.
Come from?
This how you see it. Look at God. Now you have a whole lot of subs. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless your heart and all your parts. Jesus loves the trolls too.
Keep talking about me, because I appreciated that.
Jesus loves the troll. If I'm living rent free in your head, that's your fault. But I am not here to stop that.
Thank you. No.
Whatever.
I'm sorry that we are not
there you
on
go.
the same page and we are not fighting the same fight. It's okay. It's okay for us to block each other and we're not in each other's world no more. That's okay.
May
it's
God keep thee until we meet again. Be at peace.
I sent you a link. I sent you a link, Lady Luck. I want you to play like the first 2 minutes of that. Can you pull that up?
Which
It's with Sherry Shepherd. I just want you to see the beginning of what she was saying about content and responses, because it piggybacks off what you just said. It's the Breakfast Club. But can you play that stuff?
Breakfast Club?
Okay, yeah, can you play that? I just want you to look at like the first minute. Because she says something that's very impactful. I texted
let
to
me
you.
Save it to my thing here. Hold on a second. Okay.
But I just want everybody to see what she had to say. I love Sherry Shepherd, and I love what she's been doing. She is another one that is classy and has a lot of poise. I like what she has become. Let me say that. Because she has evolved from early Sherry Shepherd into the Sherry Shepherd we see now. It's two totally different grown women. I'll say that.
Okay. What do you have the timestamp?
It's at the beginning. Just let it just start. It's gonna be like the first thing, one of the first things she say, because you know they snip it up or whatever.
Okay. And all right. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear and see. We finna check this out. Wait, am my channel ain't gonna get blocked, is it?
I don't know. Can you play? That's why I asked, can you play that? Then don't play it. Don't play it if you can't.
I don't know how the Breakfast Club does their content. I don't know if they
yeah, don't play it then. Okay, so
don't play it. Give me a synopsis. Give us a synopsis of what she said.
So hold on, I'm gonna tell you what she said.
Hey, my Dale. Hi, road tripping. I'm just giving a shout out to everybody. Is she? Yes, I heard she moved here too, Saint. I hope she moved here too.
Basically, I'm sorry. So basically, she's saying that every time you go on a platform, even if it's your own, 50% of the people are going to hate on you. And 50% of the people are going to love what you say. When you go into all these subgroups, like she said, she found a subgroup that just was about I hate talk shows. And people were in there talking about her and the talk show that she's on. It's so many different hate groups and so many different people that's just hiding behind their keyboards, just wanting to hate people and bully people for no reason, just because they can type. And the gist of it was that, you can't allow that energy into your brain, especially when you're continuously doing your purpose and what you're supposed to do to grow your platform or whatever you're doing. So you have to take out the haters, the negativity. Stop reading all of the comments, because sometimes the comments are what's going to really take your spirit and drain what you think you have done that was good for the day, because now you're reading all these people, oh, this person don't like this, or they telling me how to talk, or this person, you know what I'm saying? You get that. Like you said, people tell you don't laugh. And after some point, you like, well, this is my channel. Like, wait, I can't laugh.
It's just me being me. I'm gonna laugh, and I laugh at them.
Go talk to somebody else that don't laugh. Like, but laughter is medicine. It's medicine for the soul.
I don't even try to. I'm gonna tell you, I don't even try to explain it. I just laugh at them, and then keep going.
I'm laughing with you.
I'm laughing. You know what? You don't like my laughing. Now I'm gonna laugh even longer. It's fine. To me, it doesn't. That stuff like that. That is so. You see now in this perspective, you see how minuscule and petty it is. It's so stupid. It's like like somebody laughing. Bye. Or I'm gonna keep laughing. That's it.
And you know what? No beef that I have had as of late. has included me or my kids personally, or anything that is going to disrupt my way of life, anything that's going to disrupt how I feed my kids. So I'm okay with dropping all beefs because I don't have a beef with nobody.
It's not that we create it, it's we get brought into it. And then, like I consistently say here in the Lady Luck Club, we're in the YouTube mansions and I'm bringing all 26,000 of you with me.
Absolutely.
That means when
they're out, rooms, bathrooms, a pool.
Okay, support whomever, but there's a level of distinguish that we how we're going to conduct ourselves here and how we're going to operate here, and you'll be able to see the difference because you just know who's going to do what. And then when it comes to this space in general, I bless God for the opportunities to be able to connect with other content creators that aren't doing anything on what I'm focused on or reporting on. There's so many content creators out there.
There's so much content.
It's just go and network with other content creators. I just watch other content creators to get a brain break from what I'm reporting and researching on. It doesn't have to be about
knowledge a lot when I just want to sit down and just break stuff down and just understand, especially like on certain topics that she continuously talk on, because she is understanding the full case. It's not like she's just starting and just talking about it and then just throwing it away. Like she goes through the trials, she goes through the cases, and she keeps you updated on what's going on with certain things that we are watching in the news. So, it's stuff like that I wouldn't do. I'm just going to be honest.
Everybody has their niche. And now like today.
You get it. Yes.
Yeah. Everybody has their niche. Everybody has their specialty. And that's what.
And I love to break down, even with you, when you break down stuff or when you go over legal documents, because that's your thing. I understand it, but I don't want to do it.
Exactly. I love reading and reaching this. We read here and there.
I love researching, but I do not like reporting on it because I'm trying to fit. My brain work different. Like I'm trying to figure. You see all these questions I have. People say I talk too much, and I really do. I don't care. What? I don't care. But
we're having a conversation.
I have questions, and every time I see something, it's like a million questions floating in my head. Going, why did he do this? Where did he do that? Why? What? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's the scenario about? So my brain works like if I'm reading over documents, I'm Googling it, researching. It takes me a lot. I don't want to do that in front of the audience because I don't want y'all to think that I'm slow. But I need to understand.
And what I have to do with mine is I have to, read. Especially with these court documents, you having to have an understanding of just the fundamental basics when it comes to case law, the law itself, court rules, guidelines. And so what I might, what I do sometimes, I'll reach out to, some attorneys online, and depending on what I'm reading, what type of lawsuit I'm reading about it, and what the matter is dealing with, I'll reach out to those attorneys that specialize in it, such as specialize in copyright laws or FMLA and HR laws, or specialize in family law. I'll reach out to these types of attorneys just to ask questions, and then that helps me to understand what I'm about to break down in my video. And the resources that we have is so many other. There are whole attorneys that have YouTube channels. I'm gonna go and travel and make sure I can get as much knowledge and information as I can.
Listen,
because it does take a lot.
You can just travel and have content to create. Do you know how much content you can have just off of just taking trips?
I know.
So much
travel blog.
Going to restaurants. Like it's so much content that you can create from the perspective of your own eyes.
Exactly.
And it's yours to create, and it's everybody else's discretion to watch or not watch, to like, not like, whatever. But it's your content, it's your view, it's what you want to put out there. So that part, yes, is.
My Dale has a good question. Speaking of questions, she's asking, should YouTube community guidelines be stiffer?
No,
I don't think it should be, only because it could blur the lines between freedom of speech and what we're defining bullying and harassment, or
emotional outbursts.
Yeah, it crosses the line. So here's my thing: I don't ever if you try to go change people or try to stop people or get upset because they say something, you'll be at that all day.
Yeah.
You can't do that. How you respond is what you can control.
Yeah.
You can't control what people say. You just control how you respond to it.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone, like I said earlier, it's not meant
to get a response.
To get a response. And once you realize who you're dealing with, and you see this might be a cyclical pattern of behavior with this person. So why would I go and feed into that? Because this person might be like this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I can't change that. But I can make sure that if it starts to affect me or if I'm being brought up, I'm just going to ignore it. Because that's why would I even let that person have that control or to even give them the power to think that I'm going to entertain their foolishness when they're like this 24/7? What can you do with that? You'll be at it all day because they like this 24/7. 365 with this. So why even start? Because that will never end. Let them have it. Let them say whatever.
I don't know how much time I got left here on this earth, so I don't have that much time to be arguing with folks for nothing. I'm sorry.
And always remember, you could be talking about anything else if you choose to respond to the buffoonery.
Absolutely.
You could literally be talking about anything else.
Absolutely.
So that's like another battle to pick. That's not a battle to fight. That's a endless battle where you end up drained and exhausted.
Yep.
And it's not even worthy of your time.
And then imagine it just being a big ass misunderstanding.
Isn't it always like that? Yeah. Or just, I don't like what you say about me, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I don't understand. Are we using free speech here or not? Because if that's what it comes down to, I don't know what to tell you.
Understanding that be the ones that just like end lives like this last beat, and it's just like what?
Child, listen. Yeah, no, that's it. If it gets to a point, I'll say this. You know, considering what's happened with these two YouTubers, I won't say that YouTube probably will not try to put measures in place, to keep things from escalating. But what they can't do, they can't control.
No, people emotions.
Creators, they can't control emotion. They can't control what you think and how you.
Because how do I know that you're gonna go live and try and unalive me? I don't know.
Yes. He didn't know that guy was gonna come out there and shoot and take him out.
Because I would have at least been ready or like running something, talking, trying to get out of it. Put my hands up, please don't do it. Don't shoot, like something. But he didn't get that opportunity because it was a sneak attack.
Right. And who knew? Like, how would YouTube stop that man from going out to find this person to take his life? How is YouTube supposed to stop?
So that's the same thing. So remember when Facebook Live first started? I don't know if you have Facebook.
I don't have Facebook.
So I had I had a friend on Facebook. Now this is a true story. He's lived in Harvey. I promise to God, if anybody in Harvey, you guys know this story. So his daughter was assaulted by his best friend. He found out online, like all this is playing out on live and online through text and through posts and stuff. Now, with his daughter being assaulted by the friend, they had a confrontation. And when they met up after the confrontation, because he put his friend business out there, which was the absolute truth, his friend unalived him.
Oh, see?
On Facebook, yes.
And you have a whole lot of this happening where people are live streaming others' deaths or their own.
And that's horrible because I would turn. That's one time where I'm going to turn I would not post it. If I see somebody do something, I would give it to the authorities. Right. But I am not posting somebody's child being unalived. That's not, even if they're grown, you're still somebody's child.
Exactly.
That's somebody's mama, somebody's dad, somebody's grandparents. Like it's uncle, auntie, cousin, but it's still somebody's family member. I wouldn't even give them that. No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't post it.
Not at all. And I mean, it's almost like it speaks to their state of mind. If we're so busy trying to film something, we can't put the camera down to try to resolve or to help however we can to spare a life. I don't think, like I said, they weren't planning on this guy coming out and just pulling out a gun and taking them out. Like,
because I would have let him stay home that day.
So insane. Exactly. If they would have known, they would have prevented this by not going out there. But it's sad that you can't go out and freely move and freely do what you want to do, what you enjoy doing. They were out just enjoying themselves out in on the strip
without unhinged people.
And you got to worry about someone that's looking for you because of some nonsense on YouTube. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It makes no sense.
I'm sitting here rolling my eyes because
it's insane. It's like
it's beyond insane. It's just like disturbing. Emotional. Like, you are a very emotional being to do that. And
oh my God,
I don't care what he had to say. You didn't have the right to walk up on that man and unalive him the way that you did. Because there was no threat. There was no altercation.
Right.
You just went up and just went rogue.
Right. Yes. And then shot the wife.
That was even worse.
She's not even a content creator.
And I'm not laughing. I hope y'all don't think I'm laughing. But that was even worse because she was filming it.
She was filming her own death. It is disturbing. It's so disturbing. And all of this over you in my territory. Copyright this. Taking down my video.
How do you own Las Vegas?
See, and that's the thing. No one owns anything. No one owes anyone anything. It should not.
You in my city, dude? Who are you? I've been to Las Vegas and I've never heard of you. How's that your city?
He just thought he could, like a kingpin of a drug lord or something. Like, this is my territory. Get out of here. Do you pay the taxes? Do you own this?
If you was like the big guy in Las Vegas, you wouldn't be out there on the street panhandling, I would think, because isn't that what he was really doing? He out there with a costume out there doing performances, so he's panhandling for money. That's what they do when they get out there and they dress up like that. They have their little buckets and they're asking for donations for if you take pictures with them, they charge you for those photos. You can't just go up to them and take a picture because they get very upset. So you take a picture of them, they want their bread with them photos. So with that being said, it's just like you doing that for a job. I mean, you chose to do that.
Let's be honest. Even with YouTube, there's an opportunity for it to be mutually beneficial to the content creator and to YouTube and to the audience. So content creator has the opportunity to also, get extra income. What is so wrong about that? I mean, it takes time to do some of this content depending on what you're doing. It takes time and energy for me to look up and read about information with lawsuits and then, to do the research that I do to report on it to where it's understandable, it's still entertaining, and someone is able to learn something out of it at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Law stuff is boring.
So how long have you had your channel? How many years are you in now?
Going on 4 years.
4 years.
Okay. And I have two channels. I started the second one, I think about a good 6 months in with this one. Okay. And like I said, I started with music reaction. So the second channel was more for like hip hop and rap. But now I had the blessed opportunity to become a Tommy G Clipper.
Absolutely.
And that opportunity like that.
So we haven't told.
So good. Listen, Tommy G is amazing, and he's given an opportunity for some content creators to be able to clip his content videos and to share, and then that in turn gets more views, gets channels monetized, and then extra financial incentives. So that's a mutual beneficial, setup between Tommy G and the Tommy G Clippers. And
so I'm gonna be honest, I saw one of your clippings the other day, because now when you do those clippings, when you make the reels, because you had a reel that popped up on my timeline the other day and I watched it. So they are surfacing throughout the YouTube commuity. Very well, because I didn't even look for it. And I was just like, oh, okay, Tommy G Brown. Let me click on there and see.
1.354 million supporters. Like, Brandon Buckingham is another one that gave me permission to clip and stuff. 1.5 million. And they have videos where they collaborate.
I've never seen
Brandon
his channel.
Buckingham is like Tommy G. They actually collabed together as well and did content together.
Okay.
But they go out and do the adventure reportings and stuff like that. They go out into the field.
Text me his link. I just want to see his channel.
Sure
I want to see what content he has.
And he is just as entertaining, and he has a wonderful backstory that I was able to watch. And I didn't even expect him to respond to me when I told him, hey, I enjoy your content. I love your story. I've seen you and Tommy G together, doing content together. Do you mind if I clip? I'm a Tommy G clipper, but do you mind if I clip some of your content and just share it with, people who might need to know about you and who you are? And I think that is, your story is inspirational. He actually responded. And I was like, oh my God, he responded of all the comments.
So
he responded to mine.
I get what you're saying because we treat them like celebrities.
And you know what? I know people are people, but it's still just an honor.
Right?
Oh my God! I
said that the other day. I told him, I said, I'm about to go do a live. And I said, the person I'm doing the live with, she has a larger following than mine. I said, but, he knows the backstory. So I was like, we're going out here to talk about this story. Right. He was like, wow, she got that many followers. I was like, well, yeah. I was like, but give me a chance. I'm going to get my weight up too. No. But no. So when people come up to me and see me in public, like they treat me like I'm a celebrity, and I absolutely don't like it. And and to everybody, it's not that
an honor.
It's not that I just like just to be me. Like I don't like because I don't need the extra attention. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I did everything I did because it was for my Dalton. I grew up in Dalton. I went to school in Dalton. I graduated high school in Harvey. Like these are my cities. So I did what I needed to do because I didn't want the accolades. I didn't want the thanks. I didn't want none of that. I just wanted to make sure that my city is taken out of the corruption bubble. Put it that way. Because, it's still a bubble of other places that's inside of the corruption. But we're taking Dalton out of it.
Yep.
And so therefore, I love when people come up to me, when they speak to me, when they tell me their stories. Like, that's so awful. But the ones that come up and be like, oh my God, you're a celebrity. I am not. I am a regular person. I am not. I love the attention. My son, when I'm out with my son, it's a blessing because he gets to see what type of mom he have, right?
Right.
And he gets to see how much love I have within the community. And then that helps him, in my mind, he's 13 right now, right? But that helps him grow into a better, well-rounded kid because you're seeing the positive impact that your mom is having within the community, the support that she have within the community, the things that she's doing within the community. And I feel like hopefully my kids will latch on to what I've been doing and continuously be involved in the community like I do because
it sets the tone, and you have your family, like, and that's one of the things too that we have to be mindful of as content creators. This does affect our private lives in some manner. Whether you put your kids on camera or not is irrelevant. My children watch my content. My mother was in the chat. My godmother watches my content. So my family friends, they watch my content, and if they see I'm connecting myself to some nonsense, they're gonna be like, "What's going on?" Like, so it's for a number of reasons. I have to say, I'm gonna stay over here.
47. 46. I'll be 47. However, my daddy does not play when it comes to me embarrassing him in public. Meaning that the things that I do reflects him.
Reflection of him. Exactly.
So I can't be out here wilding out and doing crazy stuff because that is a reflection on him and his parenting. So, that's another thing where I always have to calm myself down and check myself because I don't want to embarrass my family by being out here doing something because I got emotional. Because I have a right to be emotional. I've been through trauma. But however, I know how to still scale it back. See, that's the thing. If you know how to scale it back, even if I was for a few seconds, I know, Vivian, stop, calm down, take that down. I hit reset.
Yeah.
I will hit the reset because I posted stuff before that I stood 10 toes down on, but I know I shouldn't have posted it.
And that's the beauty of, having that support system as well.
And accountability.
Are going to tell you what you need to know and not what you want to hear. Yep. I don't ever want my, the fame gets to people. Even if it's 5,000 people that think you're a celebrity, it still gets to you in some small way.
Absolutely.
And, that humility. I am humbled to have the supporters and the base that I have. Mm-hmm. I value every single last one of them. And the one thing I have to consistently keep in mind is that, I want to make them proud as well. I don't want them to feel like I'm embarrassed to be subscribed to this channel. Like I don't want them to ever
exactly,
because I have this responsibility with the impact and with the influence. And when it gets reckless, like with these two YouTube, it got reckless. This YouTuber got reckless and out of control, but he was also being egged on.
Yeah.
And it's like,
who's really the agitator? Not saying that what he did was he was definitely the aggressor. Let me say he was the aggressor. But at what point do you guys stop? You understand what I'm saying?
And nobody was there to
so it won't get to that. Like who stops the beef? Like how do you know when you just like, okay, we gonna go for 2 days and then after 2 days is done? Like, but those conversations don't happen.
It don't.
It just continues like cycle. So I'm gonna go low. Oh, she went lower. I'm gonna go lower than that. Oh, you went lower. I'm gonna go lower than that. And then what do we have? What we hit on June? What is it? The 9th?
Yeah, June 9th. And that's the thing is, that's where you have your supporters and the people who do really truly care about you to help reel you back in. That's what they were also lacking, not just beyond self-control and just getting rid of the ego and the pride. Pride comes before the fall.
Listen.
So, you're getting rid of that ego and pride and all that tantrum activity and nonsense. But also they had their supporters just pushing them harder and harder. And then they're seeing views go up. And then there's more money getting in from YouTube. So the channels are becoming more, but that's not how you want to build up like this, because you got to keep that up. The way you get them is the way you keep them.
The way you're going to keep them. Yeah.
That's not how you want to do that. You don't want to build up that way. It is, it's so destructive. And at the end of the day,
once they feel like, hey, the beef is done. They're not talking about nothing. This is not even a good channel anymore.
We remove the beef. What you got left?
Really have? I don't want to hear this. Like,
that's why I laugh when somebody say I don't have any other content. You haven't checked on my 2 channels that I have.
But you didn't say that. When I wake up in the morning, I have content because I'm just gonna talk to you.
2 channels. I've been at this 4 years. I have 2 channels worth of a myriad of content. Get to clicking and get to watching, or else like that stuff like that is laughable to me because that one I can debunk it and prove that to be provably false. 2,
it's always content.
It's just you haven't looked at it, so whatever. And the people that say that they don't care. They're watching what they want to watch, and then it's
always the perspective of what you're actually talking about. Because I can talk about my mirror that's sitting in front of me, and you might not know the conversation that I'm going to have about my mirror, but I may really have you captive about my mirror because I can talk about something and make it very interesting to you. Exactly. And it's just a mirror. You're like, what?
Yeah.
We're talking about a mirror, but dang, this is a good conversation. Exactly. Yes. But it's all in a person.
I'm gonna get a few comments in real quick. R tripping. How you doing? Road tripping. Facebook is crazy. I don't know who Steve Stevens is, but I've never had. I don't want Facebook, child. Y'all can have Facebook. It's all yours. It's all yours.
Yeah, I don't know him either.
I don't have Facebook. Shanita said a lot of people knew that Lil Wayne and Lauren London had a son together for years. I didn't know.
I did not.
I didn't keep up with her
when that boy was like 4.
Yeah, I didn't really keep up with her like that. I know I've seen her in I guess one good movie. And Lil Wayne is not someone I listen to as far as hip hop music, so I wouldn't know. And
I didn't know either. And I love Lauren.
The fact that she kept her private life, her children, very, very private, kept them away from the social media scene. You wouldn't know, you know, if you're not keeping up. You wouldn't know, and that's the beauty of it.
Is somebody else have a baby with Lil Wayne too? I think it's Nivea or something. Is it?
I don't know who he got.
Yeah, it was another singer. But
I don't know much about,
the children that they had with Lil Wayne, they did keep a lot of that private. I will say that. Yeah.
And they don't, you know how many times I'm sure Lauren London's name have came up between Lil Wayne and Nipsey Hussle, but she never responded. She just stayed to us. If she did what she had to do, they co-parented well. Lil Wayne and Lauren London co-parented well. So they didn't have to go to court and do all this other nonsense. It just co-parent, do what you're supposed to do, take care of your kids, go to work, do your job, whatever, and live your life. And that is what she was able to master in her ability to handle herself and move in this space as a celebrity, as an actress, just to be able to have that separate business life from private life. And Nipsey Hussle, you've never seen him do a crash shot on anybody's social media.
No.
He was a gentleman with it.
So I'm being very honest. I did not listen to Nipsey Hussle music until
me either, but I know he didn't do all that.
But I actually like his music.
Really?
I do.
I'd never.
I actually listened to a couple songs that he had put out, and I actually like I like his music, and
he did an album with P. Diddy or something like that. But here's the thing. I
almost went there, but this not that. This not the show.
But here's the thing. There was a photo in the video I was watching that was posted up by P. Diddy. I think this was after Nipsey passed away. Lauren London was standing in front of him, and he was kind of standing behind her. And P. Diddy took the photo down. And as powerful as people think he is, the fact that she didn't have to even comment on the picture, she didn't say anything about it, she just kept living. Her supporters were like, there is no way you're gonna sit here and even taint her image and good name, having been in a photo with you. He took it down. That is the power that she has in her influence.
Yeah.
To where P. Diddy takes down a picture because he caught so much backlash from posting it, talking about this my little sister. No, take that down. She didn't have to say one word. That is power.
Yeah. I love it.
That is what I was reminded of today. So even not knowing her, that was just a beautiful lesson taught and a reminder that it's okay to just be seen and not heard. And when you speak with clarity.
Yeah.
And don't keep going back. If you feel like you gotta respond, that the response shouldn't always have to be verbal either. Sometimes you just take the action you need to take and you go on and do what you need to do.
Just keep smiling.
I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. That's it.
That's all I'm gonna do is just keep smiling.
That's that. Lauren London, Angela Bassett, Viola Davis, just
I love Viola.
Oh my God, yes,
she is so amazing.
You don't know anything.
I wish she was my auntie. Like Viola Davis should have been my auntie. And listen,
hey, Prima.
Her and Patti LaBelle, like I needed both of them, and Felicia Rashad. If I would have had those three,
Felicia Rashad.
I love
her, honey. She's so classy. Her and Debbie Allen are so.
You know her mama name is Vivian Allen too, right?
Is it now?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Google it. Yes. I'll always call her
Vivian Allen number 2.
My aunties. They always been my aunties.
How does that work? Vivian Allen number 2? How does that go?
Right, I'm like a junior. My auntie named Vivian Allen too. So I was named after my auntie. Fun fact. My mom was pregnant, put all her sister's name in a hat, shook them up, came out Vivian.
Vivian.
I'm grew into my name. Yeah. No.
Gotcha.
Name.
Gotcha. So it's hopefully this live will help others and kind of inspire others to kind of share how you doing to be intentional in the way you move and the way you respond. Be intentional with it, and to maintain control and keep people around you that will keep you grounded and humble. And help reel you back in. Love helping out. So sad. My condolences to the husband and wife's family. It is very tragic.
So sad.
Victor said, I live in mid-sized town, Oregon. Need a smoke. Small towns. I lived in, handle the problems ourselves. There you go. Thank you so much. I got super stickers, super chats. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Laura and Angie. Thank you so much for the super chat, super stickers. I appreciate it. It's always a blessing here.
I definitely with meet and greets. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I appreciate that. Great show, ladies. Thank you so much, Angie.
That's another topic that we got to have another day about.
What's that?
About people putting stuff into your drinks. Yeah, that's a very important time for women. I know it's hard, but if you're not at the bar, don't accept that drink. Unless somebody you truly trust.
Yep. Or baby oil.
Them drinks.
Don't go to PDD party.
It's not. I've seen some stuff. It's not worth it, ladies.
Don't go to a PDD party. Don't put on baby oil. Don't take a drink.
Don't drink water bottles either, because I heard they got eyedroppers. You won't even know it's clear.
Oh yeah, yep.
It's clear.
And it's odorless and taste. It has no taste to it.
And let me say this to everybody out there that don't think that you can take them type of drugs and then take you out. I took a test for my heart. I had to do a heart exam, and they had to give me something through the IV to basically almost stop my heart for 2 minutes. Bullshit, it's bullcrap. You not. Let me not cuss. But when they gave me that, the lady was like, "It's gonna stop your heart. It's gonna slow it down, but then we're gonna feed something in it to speed it back up."
Jesus.
I didn't understand it when I got it. I felt my body just like almost limp.
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay, it's over. And then they had to give me something to help me get back into my regular composure to take the drugs out of my system. Wow. But it really is medication out there that will paralyze you and stop what you're doing, and you won't even know that you are being sedated until it's too late.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. And it does come in a liquid form. I'm just going to say that because I had conversations with people after that because I didn't understand what was going on with my body, and my sister explained it to me. So it is real, ladies. So make sure.
Don't travel alone. Stay. Don't.
Y'all come together.
Use wisdom. Together. Yeah, use wisdom and good judgment. And don't. I bless God that I have not been in a situation where, I have not had to worry about serious things happening. I thank God for that. God
even when it comes to smoking, I smoke. I got headaches, so I don't have a choice. I got a prescription, but I don't smoke anybody else's products unless they're family, and I know that they're not doing nothing to their stuff. Other than that, the stuff that you guys buy on the street is not safe. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Laura said, I don't have thick skin. LFC saved me. Oh man, listen. We oftentimes we feed off each other, and I think people will match your energy, depending on like I said, who you're dealing with. Some people, God allows them to be just natural born leaders, and they're not even aiming for that.
Yeah,
but it's the favor. It's God blesses you to have people look at you, and they can match your energy. So that's another thing I have to be, as content creators, we all have to be mindful of. There are people out here that might be matching that energy. And when they go, people support various channels. And when they go out, I can only hope that, they exhibit some masterclass, in being able to maintain composure, and even if they don't say anything, to just whatever information you're getting out of the content creator, get the information you need to get, and then let that be what it is. Not to get too, because you get too caught up, and then that's how you end up losing control. The emotions and the egos, that's how that happens. And so I can only hope that, like I said, the people here that are supporting me, that I make them proud, and that I carry and conduct myself in a way to where that energy is matched, and we're able to help reel each other in, and to help keep each other,
grounded.
Yeah, and grounded. Because people going to say and do what they want. And I wanted to show this, and get some more comments in. And Laura's my ace here, administrator here in StreamYard. So if you guys have any questions or anything and I miss it, she will definitely email me. And hey, Carol, how you doing? She will email me and let me know what questions you guys have, or comments, or anything that you guys want to talk about. Tina Turner, yes, another rock star. and
yeah,
masterclass and being.
So I watched What's Love Got to Do with It 2 days ago, right? And school days. Come on now. I was going to like a little movie trivia day. Yeah.
Yes.
And New Edition. So I don't know if y'all watching New Edition story, but it's stay on BET. So I watched that.
I haven't seen it.
I like watching stuff.
My mom likes New Edition
because my headaches. But you never watched a New Edition movie?
I haven't seen it.
Do you have Paramount?
I don't have Paramount, so I won't be able to see it. If I don't have.
It's
Paramount.
on BET.
Oh no, I don't have.
I don't have cable. BET.
I don't even have cable. I had to just get internet to do StreamYard and do my content. I don't even have cable. Like,
gotcha.
I got internet, but no cable.
I don't have cable either. I have apps.
Just on my phone. Yeah, exactly.
I got apps. Okay.
I don't have Paramount. You have to give me the rundown on that. We'll next time we'll go over and do the maybe check out some clips and do a rundown on it. My mom likes New Edition. I grew up listening to Freddie Jackson, Luther Vandross.
So they got a 3-part series to the New Edition movie. Luther need a movie. I don't think he have one out. Do he?
He never did a biopic. No one has tried to do a biopic about Luther. Not at all. And then we need it. I think we need a biopic for Luther.
What is that? I want to say the lady that sing Love Under New Management. She have a nice biopic too. I forgot her name. I can't even think of it.
New Management. What's her name? Wasn't she with the guy that passed away?
Gerald Levert.
There you go.
Yeah. I can't think of her name though, but her story, I watched that movie like 8 times when I first saw it.
I have seen that movie. She was friends with Shaka.
Yeah. I love that story. Yes. I think it's called Love Under New Management. That's why I said that.
Yes, it is. I just can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember her name, but she did have some good songs.
I think it's like Cheryl something. I can't either. Now you got me. I'm gonna look it up.
Crazy. Look it up and email it to me.
I'm about to Google it now. Hold on.
Somebody said, "What's going on?" LLC. I like this side of you. Real talk. Thank you so much, super duper producer. Thank you so much.
Wait, hold on. I'm seeing Mickey Howard. Mickey Howard story. That's what it is.
Mickey Howard. Yes. There you go. Mickey Howard.
Now I'm gonna go watch that when we get off of this. I love that movie.
Super duper producer. Eli check goes down. Yeah, because people, if they're watching just to see what we're talking about, then obviously they're watching to be messy. And numbers should be what they're supposed to be.
Absolutely.
People watching who want to watch, and that's the thing. I didn't build. God did not allow this channel to build up over mess. So I'm not gonna let it go into.
Yep, Lady Red, you're right. Mickey Howard.
Yep, Mickey Howard.
I'm going to watch that when we get off of here.
Is she still alive? Is Mickey Howard still alive?
I think so. Yeah. I don't think she passed.
Luther's gone. Freddie Jackson's still with us. We still got Freddie Jackson.
Yeah, we still got Freddie.
We got Freddie.
I love Freddie.
Sly Stone just passed away, R.I.P. Now tell me who Sly Stone is, because it's gonna sound weird.
He was Sly and the Family Stone. Wasn't he part of a group? My dad used to listen to Sly and Family Stones, or whatever that group was called.
I have to look them up. Rest in peace.
Yeah, they got some good songs. So they part of like the Earth, Wind, and Fire era.
Oh, there you go. In the late 70s.
Yes,
yeah, that's before my time.
That's normally what I listen to. See, I woke up today listening to NWA radio when I should have been listening to my Earth, Wind, and Fire. Then I wouldn't even respond. You see how that go?
Child, I grew up singing "I'm Not Your Superwoman" over and over and over again at 2-3 years old.
That's my song. You can't tell me we can have a sing-off. Okay, so Lady Red, you tell her that I sing now. Don't play with me.
Listen here, bust out of that Karen White one time for the one time.
You don't want none of these problems, because we can have a sing-off whenever you're ready.
Bust out for the Karen White for the one time. Let's go.
Early in the morning, I put breakfast on your table.
Yeah, make sure that your coffee has its sugar.
I was like about 10 or 12 when that song came out. I was singing that song like I was really a superwoman.
I used to ask my mama, put on the Superwoman song. She said, "You know what you singing?" No. 3 years old, somebody ain't your Superwoman.
Right. Leave me alone. I ain't cooking no more. You can't even turn on the gas.
conquer letters, and I can sing a song about not being your superwoman, child. Child, by the time I got to first grade, I was telling me flat out, I'm only cooking once a day.
Hello. Mr. Gerald, I'm not doing that. We is broken up. It's over. Do all this. No, let me stop.
You guys think Carol, you guys let me sing some old. No, listen here. We just age gracefully like a fine wine. You hear me?
Absolutely.
I'm not your super.
And there's no such thing as old, Miss Carol. Every day that you're here, your day
you get
that
youthful,
it's just a youth, right? You're
laughing helps to release endorphins
you
that help to reverse the aging process. So if you laughing, you going listen. That's a sign of a happy life because you're gonna live a lot longer. Yeah, there you go. Hey man, won't go out do it.
That's all I do is laugh and smile. So people, I might get on your nerves. I don't care. That's just me. Whatever.
I'm letting it out, child.
Smile.
Let it out, child.
Oh, I love Jodie Watley.
Ooh.
I wonder, do they got a biopic for her?
Oh, y'all going, y'all getting old school. I see you Saint coming.
No, that was Janet Jackson. I'm tweaking.
No, that's Janet Jackson.
What song did Jodie Watley have?
Oh my God. Is she before me? Was she late 70s?
No, Jodie Watley was our era. She was
I'm an early 80s baby.
But she probably was older than us. Oh, you 80. See, I'm 78. Yeah. I'm a little bit like
you got me about a few good years.
Yeah, I'm a little bit older than you. Okay.
Gotcha. Oh man, that see? You have to give me the lyrics of her song, Saint. Drop it in so I can actually
I want to see the lyrics of her.
You know how many songs I've learned over the years and listened to growing up and didn't know who the artists were?
Oh, me. I make my own words to songs, so it don't even matter who the artist is. Because I
didn't even know who the artist was. I grew up, didn't know. Child, what's her name? Karen. Oh, it's not. That's Karen White, and it was another vocalist that sung backup for Luther that did her own.
I'm bad with names.
Songs. Oh my God, I reacted to her song, and I still get comments on that.
Really?
From 2-3 years ago.
You gotta send me the link so I can see it.
Oh my God.
Drop it in your chat so everybody can see it.
Child, let me go to it.
Yes,
please. I'm gonna go to it. Because I did a reaction to that artist. Oh my God. It is like towards the beginning. Hold on. That was a reaction to my general music. And I still get people, oh, you reacted to her. Child, she could sing, honey. And she has songs that we know, and I just can't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see what you're talking about.
I can't remember her name. Reaction to
then, I watched Whitney Houston biopic yesterday.
Did you? Was it good?
I watched a lot of singing stuff. I don't know why. It's just, I think I should have been a singer. I think if I had the singing voice that people like, I would have been on Beyonce level. That's just my opinion. But,
Lisa Fisher is her name.
I don't know. Lisa Let me see Fisher. Her.
Oh man, Lisa Fisher.
I don't know her. Let me hear the song. Can you play it without being monetized?
I don't think so. It's gonna
send me the link. Send me the link.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna drop it. But her name is Lisa Fisher, and I reacted to her. I reacted to her song.
Oh, she said Pebbles because Pebbles was with Prince, and I've been watching Prince all weekend. Prince, Pebbles, and girl, yeah, I love Prince. Come on now, Prince. I want to go. I need somebody to drive to Minnesota with me. So anybody to drive to Minnesota with me because I want to go inside of the Paisley Palace. Now I went outside of it before, and I haven't been to Minnesota in quite some time. But I just want to take a road trip just to get some content inside of the Paisley Palace. You should fly out here.
Grew up loving Purple Rain. Purple Rain is one of those movies I could watch. I mean, I don't care if it comes on every day. I'm watching it every day. It comes on. Purple Rain.
Hello. That and what's his other movie? Why I can't even think of it.
Is it something the Cherry Moon?
Yes.
Is it something with Cherry Moon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watch any Prince movie though. I love his movies, and I love Morris Day.
Yeah, you better listen.
At a time.
Have you heard There's a brand new dance. It's called. Hey. What? We need a karaoke night. What we doing?
We should do like a sing along on the last one.
Have you heard? Yeah, come on now. Come
You
on
don't
now.
even
You
know.
know, listen. What I tell you, I probably could give you the rundown of Purple Rain from start to finish.
Listen, and I can do what love got to do with it. What's up? What's up? Come on now.
What time? Listen, this is the good stuff that takes me back. Oh
Absolutely.
man, it takes me back. Good old days.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
dropped the link to the video for Lisa Fisher, y'all.
Okay.
Lisa Fisher. She did backup for Luther too.
Okay.
She mastered being able to do whistle tone. Like what's her name from the 70s? Loving You is
I love her.
Because, yeah.
Beautiful.
Whistle tone is so beautiful. You don't want me to do it, girl. I'm gonna crack this microphone, the screen. Every glass in my house is gonna break and shatter. It's not even.
That's okay.
But that yes, it's so. I mean, oh God, the music back then was just. It had you reflecting on life.
Yeah. It was actual stories being told.
Oh, yep. Exactly.
That's the difference between the music back then versus the music today. And that's the reason why I don't listen to anything new school, no shade to the new school artists, but you guys aren't talking about anything that I personally would like to hear. I'll just say it that way.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You have an audience, it's just not me.
Yep. There you go. Under the Cherry Moon and Graffiti Bridge.
Graffiti Bridge. I like that one too. Yep.
Yep. Good night, my Dale and Carolyn. Listen, we having so much fun, y'all. I don't want to get carried away. We was hitting 2 hours, 16 minutes.
Right.
Thank
I
you
gotta get
all.
up and be a grandma. My grandbaby probably
I gotta get up in the
just
morning. Go to the office in the morning. So I try to do like a car ride there and back. But
yeah, but we
so
can do this again and like after the 23rd.
Absolutely.
After the 23rd, we'll link back up and then we'll do this again because we'll definitely have more content to talk about on that.
Oh my God, yeah. Listen, like I said, this day moving forward, be a master class and be intentional in how you carry yourself.
Absolutely.
Content creators on your platforms, make your parents proud, make your mama proud. Maya Rudolph, that's her name. Say you are on point.
I love
Maya Rudolph.
Yes, Maya Rudolph is her daughter, right?
Yeah, Maya Rudolph is her daughter. Minnie Ripperton.
Yeah, it is Minnie.
Oh,
so all of these years, I did not know that Maya was not Caucasian. I'll just say I always thought that she was a Caucasian woman.
Maya is mixed.
I know. I didn't know that though.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, like, she flew under the radar with me for so many years until somebody pointed it out to me, and I was like, "Oh my God,
yeah,
she is."
And she is just as talented. I don't know. She
is hilarious.
She's talented.
Did you see her in Bridesmaids? Have you
ever watched? You know, I've seen that movie.
I could watch that all day too.
We need to do movie review, song review, or we can. Maybe not be able to play it, but we can sit here and review this stuff, child, and just have a good old time. Yeah. I saw a documentary about Minnie Riperton, and that's what I was like, I didn't know this was it. Oh man, when I say years,
it took me time to connect the dots too. Yeah, the DOTTS. Let me stop.
All caps with periods in between each letter.
Let me stop. But let me get off of here before I say something I can't take back.
Let me spell it. This sounds like Candid. So
let me stop.
Well, we can acronym anything. Tootsie Roll. Cheeseburger. Let's connect the French fries. We're gonna connect the French fries, the pancakes, and the syrup.
Listen, I'm not gonna let her get me in trouble, y'all. I'm not.
All right, y'all. We gotta have good fun up in here, honey.
I'm not gonna let her get me in trouble. We just took accountability.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man.
Raise my right hand to the YouTube gods.
They go, child. Woo, child. Them guidelines got to get more strict.
Look,
She acronym pancake. We don't write it
again. This is my YouTube oath. Never again with another creator.
Listen here.
I will just block you
and keep living.
Keep it moving. You guys have my pledge. If you
May
don't
God
like me,
be with
I'm
you
sorry. If you don't like me, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say.
I can be honest and say I'm not even on here to be liked, because the last time I paid my rent, it was me and God paying it and no one else. So that's how I see it. You weren't there when I had to pay my rent, so you know you're not gonna be there any other time. And it is what.
Hello.
You were not needed when I had to submit my rental payment. So you're not needed for anything else.
I'm blinking.
Yeah.
You are not there, because so I need some of that back.
Boo.
That's a lot that I just paid.
Man. Be intentional, masterclass, and keep laughing and love and live life.
Yes.
You know, bless
and
God.
Keep being involved.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. And have your freedom of speech, expression, the right to report on what you want to report on. No one should be forcing you, make you feel like you can or can't do anything, because whatever the devil means for evil, God turns it around in your favor.
He does.
And those same people that are coming in trying to attack and take you down be the main ones that end up, they fall twice as hard. And God knows how to turn around a situation on your behalf. So
He has.
Child,
God has fought a lot of my battles recently and as of late. So that's why I'm glad that Hannibal did that content.
Yes,
because it has I'm definitely holding myself accountable. And I want all of my survivors that's a part of my community to hold me accountable as well. And if it's not about something positive, uplifting, united, I'm not going to discuss it. And if I'm just talking about mess, y'all check me.
Yep.
Because I don't want to be messy, and I'm not messy. And anybody that knows me knows I'm not messy. I'm too happy to be messy. I'm blessed that I'm still here. What I got time to be arguing with people over? No, I don't.
My grandmother used to say, people who tell the truth don't have to say, I'm telling the truth. They just simply tell the truth. If you're not messy, you just stay out of mess. I mean, if you are, genuine, you're genuine. These things are shown through your actions.
Yeah.
When you're in those situations where the test comes for you to be genuine and sincere and to stay out of the mess, that is what, shows your character at the end of the day. Are you able to actually be genuine, remain sincere, stay out of the mess, and
stay level-headed.
Stay level-headed, stay calm and cool and collective.
You know how hard it is to remain level-headed for me with these headaches, but I do it. I do it.
You have to because
I do it I do it. You've seen me in action, so it's not hard to stay level-headed. It's really not, because everybody beefs is not your beef. You got to remember that.
And so even if people try to pull you into stuff, whether you work, whether it's YouTube, in your personal life, with your family, your friends, you don't have to respond to it. You can say, nope, I love you, but I'm going to stay over here at a distance and I'm going to be at peace. When I go to sleep at night, I'm going to sleep peacefully.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, that's what matters. And
absolutely.
That's it. So thank y'all so much. Thank you,
everybody.
Vivian.
I'm glad everybody that's in the chat. I love y'all. Y'all are so wonderful.
Oh man,
we will be back for this after the 23rd. That is a promise.
Email me and we'll set it up.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. So we'll choose the date.
Yeah,
and then we'll do this again. This was fun. I like this.
It was. I enjoyed this, and I thank you all for tuning in. Thank
everybody.
Vivian supporters here in the LLC. All of you, my mods. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for holding it down.
Thank you.
And if you have any questions or anything that you guys want me to touch on in the next live, please make sure you email it to me.
Why am I disappearing?
I appreciate all of you all, and so we're gonna end it at this note. So Vivian, take care of yourself. Stay in good health.
What is wrong with this computer?
I don't know where you're moving.
I don't know what's going on. It's so weird.
You don't want to end. She don't want to go, y'all.
I don't know. because the sun going down. So
you're good. You're good.
it's
But
dark, so I'm
thank
sorry,
you.
y'all. I'm
Oh,
disappearing.
it's all good.
That's
It's
me
all
ghosting.
good.
That's me getting out.
That's like, look, her epic walk off. Thank you all so much, y'all. We're gonna schedule. Yep, we're gonna schedule this and have another one after the 23rd. But thank you guys. You guys have a good night, and until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.